What's up everyone, how are you all? Today we are back with another blazing Naruto story. What if Naruto was the secret desire of every S-rank Kunoichi? If you enjoy, then please like, share and do comments. And also check the description to Oregon L, creator of this beautiful creation. Breath Namika. Breath. We practiced this. In, out, in, out, in, out. Fujita, shut up. Namika shouts at her doting husband. You're not pushing out a baby. I can breath however I want. Oi. Fujita hurriedly moves to his pregnant wife's side and tenderly takes her hand. Namika, it's going to be alright. Just hang in there, it'll be over soon. I said shut up. She roars back. Come on now, you're doing great. Just one more big push and it will be over. The doctor's calm voice does very little to soothe either of the parents-to-be. Okay, one more. I can do one more. Namika inhales deeply and her face scrunches up in painful effort. You can do it, love. We'll be parents soon. Just one more. Ai. Namika crushes her husband's hand and with her last push a new life is brought into the world. How wonderful. It's a baby boy. The doctor happily tells the new parents. Then the doctor stills. The room is eerily quiet. The only sounds are coming from Namika's labored breathing. Doctor? What's wrong? Namika asks. She doesn't get an answer. The doctor is staring intently at the child, moving him around and observing everything she can about him. Fujita? Is our baby? I don't know. Fujita says in a broken voice. Doctor? Is my son okay? The doctor still doesn't respond. She's fascinated by the newborn, there's wonder in her eyes. Doctor. Fujita roars out. Tell us how our child is. Now. Sorry. I am so sorry. Your child is fine, a healthy baby boy. It's just. The doctor trails off. What? Namika lividly replies. She's had a very difficult day and the doctor is not helping. Oh, nothing major. It's just in all of the births I've helped with I've never had a child born that doesn't make a sound. Usually they're screaming and crying, it's a challenging affair the whole thing. Both of the new parents visibly relax in relief. Their baby is fine. Would you like to hold your son? The doctor asks Namika. Of course. Namika eagerly replies. She lovingly takes her son from the doctor. Hello there little one, look how cute you are. You're beautiful. Our beautiful baby boy. Our beautiful baby boy. Fujita is looking over Namika's shoulder. We never did decide on a boy's name. You were so confident the baby was going to be a girl. Namika lets out a happy laugh. I suppose my mother's intuition hasn't kicked in yet. I've always been fond of the name Alvarkus. Alvarkus? Wasn't that the name of your grandfather? Yes, it was. He was a wonderful man. I'm sure our son will live up to his namesake. Alvarkus it is. Fujita says with a ridiculously happy smile on his face. Can I hold him now? 5 more minutes. I had loving parents. I had caring friends. I had a decent job. I had a nice car. I lost it all. Honestly, I don't remember what happened. All I have is sense of falling forever and pure terror. Then splat, followed by endless black. Timeless endless black. I think I died. If I did die, then the afterlife wasn't all it was cracked up to be. Nothing to do, nothing to see, and no one to talk to. I truly wondered if I was going to go insane. Lack of input of any kind will do that to you. It's a void, the absence of everything. Then everything changed. I was pulled from the void. There was warmth. After not feeling anything for eons I was startled. I was scared. This void wasn't supposed to change. I have been there for so long that the change was unwelcome. But it did not go away, it never went away. It wasn't the only change. Eventually I noticed something. I could move. But I was trapped, confined. My strange prison only had a few centimeters of wiggle room. If I strained my ears, sometimes I could catch a fleeting noise. I was okay with that. After being stuck in whatever the previous place of nothing was, I was content. Even this little change was oddly comforting and terrifying at the same time. Eventually it became too tight, too constricting. All of a sudden the whole universe imploded. I was being crushed. For hours I was being crushed and shoved around in my strange prison. But that too ended. Suddenly there was light. There was sound. There was everything I lost. Maybe I was in a coma, not dead? That would explain the long time of nothing I experienced. Am I just waking up? I don't know, my eyes aren't working right. They won't open. Then the world moved. Correction, I moved. I was moved by something. Something big, something loud. It was terrifying, absolutely mind-boggling terrifying. I didn't make a noise. Don't move, don't blink, don't scream, don't do anything, and maybe the thing moving me will go away. There was noise, strange noise. It sounded like someone talking at an insane volume, but I didn't know the words. Maybe some foreign language? Oh God, am I going to die? I don't want to die. My panic attack was interrupted by the same noise. More urgent noise. Almost desperate, as if the speaker was under stress. After a pregnant pause, the thing holding me captive responded. A rumble shook my body. How big is the thing holding me? To cause a noise loud enough to make me shake from the sound alone? That is some serious volume. Strangely, no matter how loud the creature spoke or how long it talked for, the sound didn't hurt my ears. There are 3 distinct rumbles. It is very concerning, there are more creatures than I expected. Then I was moved again. The thing holding me gave me to one of the others. They held me carefully, almost unsure for a moment, then with confidence. This creature isn't holding me, it's cradling me. I finally managed to get my eyes open for the first time in forever. My sight is blurry, but what I want to see isn't far away. It's right in front of my face. What I saw confused me. It wasn't a creature, it wasn't even an alien, it wasn't a freakish monster. Hell, it wasn't even strange. It was a face, a human face. Dark brown hair, pretty blue eyes, and a caring, wondrous expression. She, yes she, is shockingly human. After feeling her strangely pleasant rumble a few times, I was handed off to another person. Once his face came into focus, I became very confused. He has dark blue hair. Dark blue hair. That is not normal. Dye perhaps? Either way, it looks nice on him. His black eyes should be concerning, but his whole face shows elation. He is ridiculously happy to see me. His voice rumble was deep, a good strong voice. It makes me want to relax, it makes me feel safe. Why does his voice make me feel that way? Why am I being passed around by giants? Why do I feel so weak, so small? Why can't I do anything? What the hell is going on? It took me a few months to figure it out. Rebirth, reincarnation, life round number 2. That's right everyone, you're looking at a 2-month-old baby who has lived before. How utterly disgusting, I am a baby. First thing I made a note of was that babies can't do anything. The only things babies are capable of are eating, sleeping and pooping. Life is so boring. That being said, the whole, not required to do anything, is rather nice. If I want food, I just have to start making noise and bam. Food on demand. My own personal room service. The defecating on myself was very gross. One of the most unpleasant things I have ever done. The second I get these puny legs working, I am getting out of these damn diapers. Toilets are porcelain gods. Never forget that. My caretakers are rather nice people. The woman has a lovely signing voice, and the man has a delightful laugh. I suppose they are my new parents. That would make sense. After all, they do everything a parent would do for a new baby. But I just can't call them mom and dad. I already have a mom and dad. They refer to themselves as Okawa-san and Otou-san, which I guess means mother and father. That is fine, they can be mother and father. Mom and dad are taken. The other thing they don't stop saying is Alvarkus. Whenever they say it, they stare at me with big hopeful eyes. That is the name they chose for me. I get a new name. Great. At least it sounds exotic. Alvarkus. I could get used to that. Throughout my first years, mother and father were very overbearing. That was probably due to me being so quiet. It took a surprising 7 months for me to utter a garbled, Okawa-san, to, well, Okawa-san. She is not mom, but her face lit up with joy at the poorly formed words. Oto-san was happily disappointed that I said Okawa-san first. That's okay though, because those were my next words. My third word was hungry. That's right, with my adult brain and all my life experiences, my first sentence in this new life was, Okawa-san, Otou-san, hungry. From that day forward, Okawa-san and Otou-san shoved a ridiculous amount of vocabulary at me. They called me a gifted child, a smart boy, due to the fact that I picked up the language quicker than other kids. I like to think that with my other life's experience I am smarter than 1-year-old children. There is only one word that really bothers me, Konoha. There is only one Konoha that I know. Only Naruto's Konoha. That scares me. If that is true, I am a baby in a world where shinobi roam free. Thieves, liars, killers. I don't want it to be true. I don't want to be in a world full of killers. Well, I kinda do. Who wouldn't want the ability to walk on water and command the elements? Okay, maybe being a shinobi would be fun. As long as I am not on Naruto's team. What am I saying? There is no way this is Naruto. That would be ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Absolutely, most certainly the craziest thing ever. This is the Naruto world. Or at least Konoha. How do I know? There are faces carved into a damn mountain, that is how. Not just any faces, the Hokages. Faces I know from a bloody kids show I grew up with and still like to watch. Konoha. Village hidden in the leaves. The central village where shit goes down. Invasions. Attacks. Weird zombie dudes who command gravity. I'm in for a world of crazy. That's it. I've decided. If I am in Konoha, I have got to protect myself. I need to be a shinobi. I need to be a damn good shinobi. I need to be a S-rank shinobi just to survive. So I am going to be a S-rank shinobi. How the hell do I do that? Chakra. That is the first step. Unlocking my chakra. Right. I have no idea how to do that, none at all. I could start with meditating? Looking within myself for energy? That sounds right. I'll have this down in no time. It took years. It took 5 long frustrating years to unlock my chakra. The chakra wasn't the only frustrating thing about those years. Oh no, my caretakers were rather demanding that I make friends with kids my age. I just couldn't. Hear me out before you judge me. You have to remember that I already was a kid. I've matured past that stage in my life. I can talk very well for being 5 years old. I can problem solve, I understand social Ks, and I relate to adults surprisingly well. But the 5-year-old? Way out of my comfort zone. I can't limit my mind to function at a 5-year-old level. I just can't. I tried very hard to make friends, but sometimes I would talk about something they couldn't understand. Not to mention my strange habit of slipping back into English. That scared my caretakers the first time I did it. A simple question of, "What is for breakfast?" somehow triggered a hospital visit. I was perfectly healthy, thank you. I just have pre-existing knowledge of a language no one else has ever heard before. Okay, maybe I am not healthy. This can't be a common occurrence. At least it will be ridiculously easy to write things in code. Friends. Can't say I made that many over my first 5 years. I can't say I made any. I became rather reclusive and antisocial. I would rather read, or continue learning how to read in my case. Write stories from my true childhood, or even draw. My caretakers didn't like that. Not one bit. They didn't want a recluse for a child. I can't blame them. What I can blame them for is this. They don't want me to be a shinobi. That's right, Namika and Fujita are civilian merchants. Bakers to be exact. They want me to follow in their footsteps and take over shop one day. Now you might be asking yourself, how did a 5-year-old figure that out? Simple. I unlocked my chakra. Okay, Alvarkus, look at me. You can do this. Staring into my bathroom mirror, I try to psych myself up. I do have to say that this new body is nothing like my original. Somehow mixing the brown hair of Okawa-san with the dark blue hair of Otou-san makes jet black hair. I am pretty sure genetics messed me up because I look nothing like my parents. I don't have either of my parents' eyes either. Okawa-san has blue, Otou-san has almost solid black, and I ended up with a piercing yellow. Last time I looked at a color wheel, blue and black do not make yellow. Get back on track. You can admire yourself later. Going to my bed, I sit on it with my legs crossed. I'm attempting to meditate, to look within myself for something, anything, as I have for years. Searching, feeling, wishing, hoping for anything. And finally, there was a breakthrough. I felt warmth, a subtle heat flowing around my body. I felt it, I could feel it. Slowly, very slowly, in case I screwed up, I moved some of it to my right hand. There was a strong, pleasant warmth coming from my palm. I opened my eyes and my hand is glowing. Probably should not have shouted that. My door flies open. Okawa-san and Otou-san come rushing in. With a huge smile on my face, I turn to my caretakers. Look, Blue Hand, how awesome. It can be terrible acting my age, but I really am super happy. I finally unlocked my chakra. Oh no, those 2 words uttered by Okawa-san cut me to my core. Namika and Fujita both look filled with sorrow. They are disappointed, both of them, because I can use chakra. What? Okawa-san? Oto-san? What is wrong? Maybe I am doing it wrong? Maybe they have never seen chakra before? They can't possibly be unhappy that I can use it. Fujita comes over to me, gets on a knee, places his hand on my shoulder and looks me right in the eyes. Alvarkus, that is chakra. Shinobi use chakra. We are bakers, son. We don't need to use chakra. Fujita says in the most serious tone I've ever heard him use. But I could be a shinobi. It would be so cool. I would be the first in our family. No. Okawa-san screams. She literally screams it from the doorway. But why? My voice wavers. Never before have either of my caretakers acted like this. Where did this come from? I thought being a shinobi was a great thing in Konoha. A great thing for any family in any shinobi village. Namika, calm down. I'll talk with him and explain. Turning back to me, Otou-san spoke. Alvarkus, shinobi are not good people. They are paid to lie, cheat, steal and even kill. You shouldn't want to become a shinobi. But don't they protect the village? They can't all be bad. Even the Hokage is a shinobi. This can't be happening. I refuse to be something as mediocre as a baker in this crazy world. Alvarkus, enough. You will not be a shinobi. My son will not be a killer. A murderer. But Otou-san. I said no. Fujita says forcefully. I can't believe it. This is happening. My goal demands that I be a shinobi. It is in the damn title. Do you understand me, young man? Why is Otou-san acting so weird? He has never been this strict and demanding. With watery eyes. Oh god, am I actually tearing up over this? I say, yes Otou-san. I understand. With relieved faces, Okawa-san and Otou-san smile. Good. Now how about we go to the bakery and get you a cookie? Chakra was never brought up again. Being a shinobi was never brought up again. I went about my life, acting like I normally do. I was the perfect child. I was always polite, always doing what I was told. I never went against my caretakers. Until nightfall. Once my caretakers were asleep, I would practice molding chakra. I would move it around my body trying to get used to how it felt. It felt good. Amazing even. I wouldn't stop just because I was told no. Something so small like that could never stop me. It just forced me to be sneaky, which is perfectly fine. Shinobi needs stealth in addition to chakra. I never had any idea why they were so strongly against shinobi. I never asked. Whenever a shinobi came to our bakery, my caretakers were always polite and never rude. Well, being rude to a paid and trained killer is a really bad idea, but they treated everyone the same. All but one person. They wouldn't serve one person, and his name was Naruto. Naruto only tried to enter our bakery once. I barely saw him. I was sitting on the counter snacking on a sweet roll when Otou-san started yelling. We don't serve your kind. Get out of here. Go on. Scram. Oto-san shouts at a blindingly orange blob while he wields a broom in a threatening manner. The orange blob kid, yeah, that is a kid, looks heartbroken. I just wanted some bread. Please? No, demon child. Leave this instant. The child hangs his head in defeat and practically limps out of the store. Good riddance. Alvarkus, don't talk to that child. I am flabbergasted. Fujita is livid at that poor kid. Why Otou-san? What did he do? Maybe he stole from us before? He is a menace and a hooligan. My son will not associate with scum like him. He's still glaring at the retreating child. Oto-san hates that kid at first glance. Who is that poor child? He can't be much older than I am. Where are his parents at? Someone that young shouldn't out wandering around on their own. The only person who was treated that poorly was Naruto. The entire village acted that way to him. Oh, Naruto. That was him. No doubt about that. Poor kid. He never came back. I never saw him again, not until the first day at the academy. Alvarkus, you're 8 now. You know what that means. Okawa-san is terribly happy today. You would think it was her birthday, not mine. You get to go to school. Oh, yeah, that is right. That is this year, the year I get to crush my caretakers' dreams of me being a timid baker by becoming the one thing they demanded I never become. A brutal, lying, cheating, murdering shinobi. This is going to be fun. Okawa-san, Otou-san. I don't want to go to school. I think it is best to try to ease them into this. No need to drop a bombshell on them. Don't be silly, Alvarkus. You can't stay home all day. You'll have so much fun there. You'll meet kids your age, learn interesting things, read new books. I know how much you like reading. I swear you need to go outside more. It seems like no matter how much sun you get, you're always pale. Okawa-san, I read outside all the time. Besides, that's not what I meant. I don't want to go to school. I want to go to the academy. Dead silence follows my declaration. No one moves. No one breathes. No. Fujita replies. Yes, I want to. I will not give up on this. No, he said more forcefully. Yes, if he wanted to escalate this, then fine. My son will not become like him. I want to protect my family. I yell in his face. Fujita and Namika are stunned into silence. I've never yelled at either of my parents before. I don't think I've even raised my voice at them. I've always been a perfect mild-mannered child. Shinobi lie. They cheat. They steal. They kill. I know that. I don't want to do that. I want to protect my family. There are shinobi out there right now. What is stopping them from getting us? Other shinobi. I don't trust them. What happens if we get invaded? What happens if Konoha falls? Who is going to defend us? Who is going to protect us from those who want to hurt us? From those who want to kill us? Both of my parents look shocked. They have nothing to say. There is nothing to say. No one. That's who. No one will come to save us. No one will protect us. Since no one else will, I'll do it. I'll protect our family. Fujita and Namika look at each other. They're both close to agreeing. They need one more push. Please Ka-san? Please To-san? I want this. Really. I do. Never before have I called my parents that. I've always been formal. I've never even called them parents to myself before. They have always been landlords, caretakers, never parents. But they grew on me. I meant every word I said. I would protect my family. I will. I will get them to agree, and then I will show them how good a shinobi I can be. Okay, you can. Ka-san whispers. To-san looks shocked that she caved in so soon. Namika, what about? To-san half-heartedly tries to come up with a reason for me to not become a shinobi. Fujita, look at him. You see the fire in his eyes. The furnace in his heart. He truly wants this. Look, he does. To-san stares at me for a long time. He is internally fighting something. I can see it. Half of him wants to give in and let me become a shinobi. The other half is demanding that he shields me from that life, the life of a killer. After an uncomfortably long time, he makes up his mind. Fine, we will enroll you to the academy on one condition. This is non-negotiable. If you can't do this, then you cannot go. Understand? He put both his hands on my shoulders and came down to my height. He stared me straight in my eyes. I nodded. Good. My one condition. You cannot die. I forbid it. Under no circumstances are you allowed to die. You must always come back home to us. Yes, To-san. I agree. I never planned on dying to begin with. It will be easy to stay true to that. Hopefully. There is a ridiculous list of monsters out there. Good thing I plan on my name being on that list. 1 month later, first day of the academy. Do you have all your supplies? Ka-san is worryingly running around and gathering up pointless things for me to take to the academy. Yes, Ka-san. I groan out. We packed everything I could possibly need last night. She made a huge event out of it. Your notebooks? Pencils? Erasers? Bento? Yes, Ka-san. We went over everything 3 times. That's not including the 2 times we went over the list last night. Yes, she made a list. Let's check one more time just to be safe. She reaches out for my bag. I pull it out of her reach. We are going to be late. I can't be late on my first day. Oh fine. They grow up so fast. Just last month you turned 8. Already so independent. Let's go. I grab her hand and start pulling her out of our house. Come on Slowpoke. Let's go. I am so excited. I get to go to shinobi school. I'm going to learn how to walk on walls. How to spit fire. How to make earth walls. How to shoot lightning like laser beams out of my eyeballs. Okay, maybe not that last one. I don't know if anyone can do that. Maybe I could invent the technique? Come on Ka-san, hurry up. Later that day, at the academy. I was wrong. I hate this. I hate this so much. Why do I want to do this? Awesome elemental powers are not worth this. Nothing is worth this. They're teaching me math. Math for 8-year-old kids. I know my damn multiplication tables already. I vaguely recall calculus and statistics. I can't believe I'm sitting through math for kids. I'll take a page out of Shikamaru's book and nap. He is already doing it anyways. I put my head down on the desk. Close my eyes and, Alvarkas, Shikamaru, wake up, you can sleep at home. Damn it, stupid Mizuki-sensei, making me stay awake. This is the worst first day ever. Don't get me wrong, being in the Rookie 9's class is definitely going to be interesting. I even have a nice spot way in the back corner. Ah, kitty characters. They look so much like the anime. But not animated. You know if they were real this is how they would look. Because they are real. That's right, it is official. I am in the Naruto universe or utterly insane. Better than that, I am in Naruto's class. This is where the plot happens. This is where the cool things start. This is the beginning. The first year at the academy was boring. Very boring. Math was a ridiculous part of the shinobi toolkit, as Iruka-sensei would say. Whatever. I don't need math to be a badass. I hope. I slept, read or drew through all those lessons anyway. History? I know more history than the teachers. Canon was very full of important historical events. I could practically teach that section myself. I would also give an unbiased view. There is a lot of Konoha is the best propaganda being thrown at us. Geography. Now that was interesting and completely glossed over. We covered it for one day. That is it. We were handed maps of the elemental nations and told to study. We weren't even tested over it. I suppose they thought if we graduated from the academy our respective Jonin senseis would show us around. How hilarious. Reading and writing were too easy. I know how to write already and I learned how to read before that. I slept through all those lessons. I didn't see a reason to stay awake for them. They tested us on all of our subjects. Repeatedly. I didn't care. I just put down whatever I thought was good enough. I guessed on math, I made up history, and had sloppy handwriting. It was good to slack off in school while knowing I could beat any of these kids at any subject. I already did my time at school, I don't see the point in doing it again. Slowly but surely I became known as the weird kid in the back. I deserve that title. I didn't try to make friends. I ate lunches by myself. I only answered questions when forced to. I would rather read or draw than talk with kids. Kinda obvious that would happen eventually. Kids are blunt. They say it how they see it, and I was the weird kid in the back of the classroom from their point of view. Things didn't get interesting until the second year. That is when we started taijutsu and conditioning, otherwise known as PE class. Running, sit-ups, running, push-ups, and running again. I swear the senseis were cardio freaks. That's okay though, shinobi need to be able to run for days on end. It is a small thing to sacrifice to my goal of ultimate badassery. There is one thing I learned, and I learned it quickly. I am terrible at taijutsu. How did I figure this out? When Naruto of all people put my ass on the ground. Every damn day. He was my designated taijutsu partner. That kid has way too much energy. He just goes and goes and goes all day long. Even if my form is better, even if my strength is greater, even if the senseis purposefully sabotage him, he just keeps going. The only times I won a spar were if the senseis were grading on form or skill, not on who actually won. That's right, whenever we sparred he won because I couldn't make him stay down. It was super frustrating, but also explainable. He has the demon fox to provide energy for him. I don't. In a real fight to the death I would walk away the victor. In a staged fight with only our fists and no kunai or shuriken, he wins. Every time. I didn't always fight Naruto though. Every Friday we would draw names for an opponent. Surprisingly I actually wasn't the worst at taijutsu. I easily placed above all the girls thanks to being a boy. That and the girls were more obsessed with looking pretty for Sasuke-kun. Even in a real-life twist of an anime, the dreaded fangirls still exist. They are after Sasuke big time. Poor kid, those girls are scary. I also placed in the middle of the boys. Delightful mediocrity, not good, not bad, just average. I can live with that for now. Once I get a Jonin sensei, then I will start striving for improvement. All in all, it was a good second year. Gotta say that running all the time does wonders for physical health. It certainly made helping out around the bakery easier. The third year was the best. They finally started us on the basic three. The henge, bushin, and kawarmi. I soaked it up like a sponge. By the end of the year, my henge of the Hokage was bad. It was really bad. In my defense I only saw the guy once. And that was at a village announcement. Henge of my parents? Easy. Henge of Haruka or Mizuki? Easy. Henge of a guy I've seen once? Ridiculously hard. My bushin was above average. Turns out that my chakra naturally wants to take my shape, and my older mind makes multitasking easier. Little known fact about the basic bushin. You need to tell it what to do. Unlike the cage bushin, the basic bushin does not have a mind of its own. That might be why so many shinobi use elemental clones. The kawarmi came the easiest to me. No idea why, I just had a knack for it. which really pissed off some fellow students, considering that everyone else had to struggle with it. That made me proud, especially knowing that it will save my life down the road. Fourth year. That was total hell. It was the mother of all reviews. All we did was go over old material, work on taijutsu, work on throwing, and work on the basic 3. Review, review, review. Until the last day, graduation day, the day the story really takes off. The day before it all went wrong. Alvarez, step forward. With a huge sigh and a lot of forced effort I approach Iruka-sensei. Henge into a person of your choice. Person of my choice, yeah right. All this time you had us change to the Hokage. That is who I am changing into. Poof, I am the Hokage now. Maybe I should act the part? Iruka-kun, how wonderful you have trained these new shinobi. You are an outstanding member of society. In fact you deserve a raise. Very funny Alvarez. One thing to know about the henge, without prior knowledge the voice will not change. Nice try, but last time I checked the Hokage does not sound 12 years old. I am fairly sure he is pushing 70. He says as he scribbles down on his clipboard. I let my henge fade. Ah damn, that thought never even occurred to me. Besides, how could I mimic a voice I've barely heard? Show me a replacement next. He orders. I Kawarmi with a chair on the other side of the classroom. Well done. Bushin next. After molding the appropriate amount of chakra I created a bushin on the chair in the middle of the room that I used for my Kawarmi. Yes, extra credit for spawning it so far away. Clone me looks at me, shrugs, gets off the chair and lays down for a nap. Alvarez. Yes Mizuki-sensei? Why is your clone napping? I believe he is tired. Tired? Really? Well I wanted to show I could make him do stuff, and the first thing I thought of was that I really wanted to sleep. So I made him lie down for a nap. I'm not lying, I am rather tired. I was up all night practicing for today. I refuse to fail now. Really? Mizuki-sensei sounded exasperated. Iruka-sensei just chuckles to himself. Pass. Here is your headband, now go back to you classmates. Iruka-sensei smiles proudly at me. Mizuki just seems indifferent. Whatever. Not like I have to make him happy if tonight happens like I think it will. He will be branded a criminal and Naruto will get to graduate. Hey everyone look, even Alvarez passed. This test is going to be so easy I'll have no problem. Believe it. Ah, good old Naruto, making fun of me because he is insecure. His verbal tick is really annoying. Sometimes I feel bad for Sasuke and Sakura, they'll have to put up with him for years. Naruto, be quiet and get in here. You're next. Iruka to the rescue. No need for me to belittle Naruto now. He will do that to himself when he fails. Walking back up to my chair in the back of the classroom, Hinata of all people talks to me. Well, we have sat next to each other for 4 years. It isn't that strange. Okay, it is pretty strange. We have to be the quietest kids ever. She's as cripplingly shy, and I just don't want to talk to 12 years old kids. Well done Alvarez. Did you have any pee problems? Nah, it was rather easy. Congrats yourself. Today is a big day. Before we could talk more Iruka comes back in. Wow, Naruto failed very quickly. Alright everyone, that's it for today. Meet back here for your last day at the academy. You will get your genin team assignments then. You are all shinobi now. Make your village proud. Good guy that Iruka. I'm glad he is proud of us. I just hope my parents will be the same. Later that day, at the Mar house. Oh Alvarez, look at you, shiny headband. I'm so proud of you. Our little shinobi. Namika pulls me in for a closer look at the shiny piece of metal. Ka-san, I am not little. Yes you are. Now come here. Let's see that headband. Tu-san pulls me away from my doting Ka-san and playfully flicks my new forehead protector. Keep that safe. It means a great deal to shinobi. Yes sir. I give him a mock salute. The effect is lost on both of my parents, they just chalked it up to me being strange again. Talk like that went on all night. One of my parents was always congratulating me or talking about how proud they are. We couldn't leave the house since Mizuki and Naruto have the village on lockdown. My parents did seem truly proud of me. The entire night they were so happy for me. They must have finally gotten over their shinobi paranoia now that one is in the family. Alright Alvarez, it's time for bed. You have a big day tomorrow. It isn't every day you meet your first sensei. Okay Tu-san. Night Ka-san. Night Tu-san. Ah, it feels good to be a shinobi. I go to my bedroom and snuggle down to sleep. Then I hear faint whispers. Too faint to make out at first, but if I focus I can barely make out the words. Our son is following in that man's footsteps. Fujita whispers to his wife. I know. He seems so similar to him. Antisocial, reclusive. They're both smart children, prodigies. The only reason Alvarkus isn't considered one is because he fails on purpose. Namika sounds defeated. Do you think? Fujita doesn't finish his sentence. I don't think he could finish it. Whatever he was going to say was too much for him. He's still our son. He's not him. Just because he looks similar to that man does not make him the same person. We won't let our son turn out like him. Then why did we let him go to the academy? Why did we let him become a shinobi? I don't know. It was a moment of weakness and neither of us could tell him no after he said yes. It would crush him. Alvarkus never wanted to do anything more than to go to the academy. We should have said no. Fujita grimly says. We should have. Namika agrees. At that moment I realized they wanted me to fail. They don't want me to be a shinobi. Even after 4 years at the academy they still don't want me to become a shinobi. The one thing I want to do in this life my parents reject. It hurts. Next day, at the academy. Alright Genin, are you ready for your team assignments? Iruka calls out to the sea of new shinobi. Hell yeah I am ready. This is the real start of my ultimate badassery. To become a legend, to achieve the S rank. Once I call your name your Jonin sensei will come in and take you. Team 1. At that point I tune Iruka out. I'll pay attention once he says my name, until then I don't care. I'll get my team, we will kick ass, take names, and be awesome. Or die horribly. Honestly it could go either way. Team 7. Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Haruno and Bang, Oi, Iruka. You're Iruka right? A tall and imposing man with flowing white hair barged into our classroom. Who the hell is this guy? This didn't happen in canon. Did something go wrong? I do a quick head count of the new genin. There's one extra person here. Did I screw something by enrolling into the academy? Jiraiya-sama? Iruka sounds starstruck. Jiraiya? He doesn't show up until after the first 2 rounds of the Chunin exams. What is he doing here? Cool. Right place. Hey, which one of you kids is Naruto? Jiraiya addresses the new genin. No, this is not happening. No, I am. Who are you old man? Naruto, shut up. Sit down and wait for Kakashi like canon. I refuse. This cannot be happening. Who am I you ask? I am the legendary. You are Jiraiya of the Sannin. Student of the 3rd Hokage. Toad Sage. Seal Master. Pervert. Jiraiya face falls. He literally fell on his face. I didn't expect that. Who said that? Who ruined my intro? This is awkward. I probably shouldn't have blurted that out. Note to self. Never interrupt people who can kill you with a napkin and make it look like an accident. Sorry, was I wrong? I timidly say. Jiraiya glares at me. Actually, the whole class is staring at me. How awkward. This is what I get for being the quiet kid in the back of the classroom. Whenever I speak up it is a sign of the end of days. Yes, I am not a pervert. Oh thank Kami. The show was wrong about that. There is hope yet. I am the legendary super pervert. Never mind. He is insane. He actually tried to introduce himself with the dance and openly declared himself as a super pervert. Wow. Hey, enough about Alvarkus. He's boring. What did you want with me, Naruto Uzumaki, the future Hokage? Right. He wanted Naruto for something. Maybe to check the seal? Tell him about his parents? You're Naruto Uzumaki? Let's go. Jiraiya then proceeds to pick up Naruto, throw him over his shoulder, and leap out the window. Well, there goes the plot. There goes the plot. My future knowledge. All the things he is supposed to do. Sasuke's rival, save the land of waves, stop Gaara, and least of all save the world. What the hell is Team 7 going to do now? I really feel sorry for the person who replaces him. Without Naruto, that team is doomed to an early and violent grave. Ahem. How about I get back to the team announcements? Iruka sheepishly says to the stunned genin before him. Oh right, that is still happening. Leave it to Iruka to keep us on track as if one of our classmates wasn't just kidnapped. Like I was saying, Team 7. Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Haruno, and Alvarkus Mar. I am dead. Very, very dead. Iruka-sensei? There has to be a mistake. Please say he is wrong. I don't want to be on Team 7. There is no mistake Alvarkus. Now, I have proved that you are finally voicing your opinion, but please be quiet. Iruka scolds me. Fine. If he won't listen to reason, then he will listen to logic. But Sasuke is the rookie of the year, and Sakura is the highest-ranked kunoichi. Aren't they supposed to be paired with the dead last? There, refute that cold hard logic. That is correct. They are paired with the dead last. Ha, I knew I would get off that team. Wait, what? I'm the dead last? I thought Naruto was. This can't be happening. As you can see, Naruto has his own personal teacher. Therefore, with him out of the running, you are the dead last. Oh hell no. That can't be right. There is no way. I always did my work. Now that I think about it, I always did a really terrible job at my homework and tests on purpose. Why did I do that? I found it funny at the time, but now I royally screwed myself over. Now if I can continue, Team 8 is. Iruka keeps on talking. I tune the world out. What am I going to do? I am on Team 7. Team 7, the one that all the crazy stuff happens to. Oh Kami, I have to face Orochimaru during the Chunin exams. That's like 4 months away. I am not ready. I take it back. I don't want to be a shinobi. I want to be a baker. Baking sounds nice and safe. No snake men trying to give my teammates a cursed hickey of doom. Are you okay? I jolt out of my internal rant, flinching rather badly. Sakura is looking at me. Sasuke is staring out the window. There is no one else left in the classroom. When did everyone leave? How long was I freaking out for? Hey, Alvarkus, you okay? You haven't moved at all for like hours. Even Sasuke moved to a window seat. Are you nervous? Sakura asked me. Okay, deep breath, then calmly reply. You can do this. Just because you are on Team 7 does not mean you have to go through all that terrible stuff they do. I doubt I even have Kakashi as a sensei. Who am I trying to fool? There is no way the Elder Council did not get Kakashi to be Sasuke's sensei. He is the only one with experience wielding a Sharingan in Konoha. I am rather nervous. I hope we have a good Jonin sensei. I calmly respond. There, small sentences. Wait until you are done freaking out for big words and tough concepts. In fact, just nod from now on. Good plan. Sakura is still talking at me. Have I nodded recently? I'm not sure, I better do it anyways. Finally the door to the classroom opens. Kakashi pokes his head in. My first impression of you, I don't like you. And you're an asshat. Sasuke's head whips around to stare at me. Sakura opens her mouth in horror. Kakashi tilts his head in mild amusement. Meet me on the roof in 5 minutes. Kakashi vanishes into a swirl of leaves. Why did you say that? Sakura hisses at me. Say what? I didn't say anything. Sasuke, opening his mouth for the first time that day, bluntly states, you call our sensei an asshat. That was out loud? Sakura nods her head in disbelief. Well damn, there goes the good first impression. We better get to that roof. I sprint out the room. That was monumentally stupid. On the roof. So, now that we are all here, let's talk about ourselves. We're supposed to be a team now. Kakashi is way too chipper for just being called an asshat. I'll even go first. My name is Kakashi Hitaki, my likes and my dislikes don't concern you. My hobbies. I have many hobbies. My dream I won't tell you. How informative. Pinky. You next. Kakashi points at Sakura. My name is Sakura Haruno, I like. She glances at Sasuke and giggles. I dislike when Naruto asks me out. My hobbies are picking flowers with Ino. My dreams. Looks at Sasuke again and giggles loudly. Oh Kami, I didn't think the fangirlism was that strong in this one. She always seemed more tame in the classroom than what the canon showed. Broody, you're next. Kakashi points towards Sasuke. My name is Sasuke Uchiha. I dislike a few things and I like even less. My hobby is training. I don't have a dream. What I do have is an ambition. I want to kill a certain man and revive my clan. That I expected. There is no way the massacre didn't scar that kid. You. Name caller. Go. Kakashi points to me. Name caller. How appropriate, I did call him an asshat 10 minutes ago. My name is Alvarkus Mar. I like reading and sleeping. I dislike being cold and heights. I really dislike heights. I don't know why though. That is pretty strange. I never disliked heights in my previous life. I even went skydiving once. My hobbies include drawing, sleeping and imagining creative ways to kill my enemies. My dream is to be a S-rank shinobi. That got a reaction from everyone. Sasuke looks intrigued. Sakura looks surprised and Kakashi simply raises his one visible eyebrow. S-rank? That is quite a ways off for you little genin. You had to pass my test first. Ah, the infamous bell test. Meet at Training Ground 7 tomorrow at 6 a.m. Oh, and don't eat breakfast. You will just puke it up. Ew, gross. Hey Kakashi, where is? Oh. He's gone. Where did he go? Poor Sakura looks so confused. She better get used to Kakashi disappearing on us. I have a feeling it will be a regular occurrence. Well, see ya both tomorrow. I waved cheerfully and head off the roof. Time to wake up early, wait for 3 hours, then get my ass kicked by an elite Jonin. Can't wait. Later that day at home. Ka-san, To-san. I got my team assignments today. The last time I brought home news about my shinobi career, both of my parents hid their true feelings from me. I wonder how they'll deal with this news. Ka-san gives me her undivided attention. That's great. So who is on your team? Sasuke Uchiha and Sakura Haruno. They seem nice. Sasuke is really moody all the time and Sakura has the most ridiculous pink hair. To-san chuckles at my descriptions. Not everyone can have a nice hair color like me. Damn him and his awesome dark blue hair. How dare my genetics pass on this jet black hair. Did you say Sasuke Uchiha? I heard he is the last of his clan. Great, even my, secretly, shinobi-hating parents have heard of the last Uchiha. Yep, that's the one. I think he has problems. Ka-san smiles sweetly at me. Of course dear. After what he went through, anyone would have problems. I can't believe social conditioning has advanced this far in this damn village. If he was from a clan that didn't have a bloodline, no one would care. Well, Alvarkus, Fujita and I have some news too. They have news for me? Interesting, maybe the bakery is getting an upgrade? Business has been good recently, ever since I figured out how to make cinnamon rolls and donuts with the foods available to me here. I can't believe no one else has made them before. I'm slowly introducing foods from my first life to this world. I can't wait until I make a cheeseburger or pizza, it'll spark a revolution. You are going to get a sibling. Ka-san, with the biggest smile ever, tells me. Sibling? I'm getting a sibling? I'm going to be a big brother? I look over at To-san. He just starts laughing. That's right, you are going to be a big brother. Both the parents confirm it. It's official. I am going to be a big brother. That's great. When is the baby due? Is it a boy? A girl? Can I pick out the name? Please. Breed 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 smash. Crap, I think I just broke my alarm clock. Who cares? I'm going to be a big brother. With a pep in my step I spring out of bed and get ready for my day at the ungodly hour of 5 a.m. I had to be at Training Ground 7 at 6 a.m. after all. I wouldn't want to be late on my first day. Running out the door I call over my shoulder. Bye Ka-san, bye To-san. I'll be back later. Ah, what a wonderful morning. Approaching Training Ground 7, I see I am the first one here. That's great, I am 10 minutes early after all. Eventually Sakura shows up. Ah, Sasuke-kun, you're here. Really? Did he sneak past me? I didn't even notice him. Oh, you're not Sasuke. Sakura thought I was Sasuke? Sorry to disappoint, but he is not here yet. You two look freakishly similar from a distance. You almost have the same hair color. But his is way cooler. It is shinier. And his has style. Yours is dull and lays flat. Not that that is bad or anything. Thanks Sakura. You really know how to make someone feel better about themselves. You know, if you didn't have yellow eyes you two could be brothers. Oh hell no. I am not an Uchiha. Am I? I do have almost the right hair. The typical Uchiha hair is a slightly lighter black than mine, and it is glossier. Having a parent with solid black eyes could mean he is part Uchiha. Is it possible? Something to look into later. I could be the first Uchiha with yellow eyes. Thanks Sakura. That's nice. I won't let this ruin my day. Besides, I have more important things to think about. Like being a big brother. After a minute or two Sasuke graces us with his presence. Ah, what a fine morning. The whole team is here, and soon Kakashi will be here. Wait a moment. That doesn't sound right. Hey Alvarkus? Sakura startles me out of my thoughts. Yes Sakura? You seem really happy today. How observant. I have been smiling like a maniac ever since last night. My parents told me that they are going to have another child. I'm going to be a big brother. Oh that's wonderful. When is the baby due? Boy? Girl? What gender do you want? Sakura and I talked about the baby for quite a while. She reacted exactly how I thought she would. Sasuke didn't. Figures he has brother issues. His did kill the rest of his family. At first he was shocked. It isn't every day you hear this kind of news. Then he was angry. Angry doesn't do it justice, he was livid. I've never seen more emotion on his face before. Once he realized I was watching him, he collected his emotions and put on a mask of indifference. Isn't that wonderful, Sasuke? Alvarkus is going to be a big brother. Oh Sakura, you poor thing. Why did you have to word it like that? Sasuke has the biggest big brother issues ever. HN, is all Sasuke replies with. Not entirely unexpected. I think that is great news. Kakashi happily chimes in from behind me. Ah, when did you get here? You're late. Sakura has some serious lungs. That was loud. I'm glad it was. It covered up my squawk of surprise. There was a black cat in my path, so I had to take the long way around the village. Kakashi merrily tells us. Really? I can't believe he actually uses those lame excuses. Really? He was ferocious. Kakashi assures us. Good. Black cats mean bad luck after all. All three of my team members looked at me. 2 in surprise, 1 in joy. I'm glad you understand, Alvarkus. Now on to the test. Your goal is to take these bells from me before noon. That gives you 3 hours to complete this task. Then we can have lunch. But Kakashi, there are only 2 bells. Very observant, Sakura. Only 2 of you can pass. The one who does not get the bell will not get lunch, and they will be sent back to the academy. There is the twist. That is okay, I have a plan. So only 2 of us can pass. Hey Sasuke, Sakura, why don't we work together to get the bells, then have a free-for-all between us to see who gets to keep them? I don't know about you, but I can't take on a Jonin alone. Take the offer, take the offer. All we need to do is show teamwork and we will pass. I don't need your help. I'll get a bell by myself. Damn it Sasuke, you are not that good. When I say start, make sure you come at me with the intent to kill. Otherwise you won't stand a chance. Ready? Hell no, I am not ready. I won't be ready to go toe-to-toe with Kakashi for years. Start. In a bush. Okay, first thing is first identify what you need to do to pass. Teamwork. How do I get teamwork to happen? Sakura will follow what Sasuke does, so I need to convince him that we need to work together. In other words, I need to convince him that he needs help. That's not going to happen. Other solutions? Hope that Kakashi gives us a second chance when one of us is tied to the post. That is not terribly unlikely, but to make sure we pass I need to not be tied to the post. I can outdo Sakura. Okay, that's the plan. Impress Kakashi enough to not be tied to the post. Lesson 1. Taijutsu. He is right behind me. Kawarmi. I switch with a nearby log. I'm safe. Thwack. Kakashi's fist connects with the back of my head. I'm sprawled on the ground, practically eating dirt after one hit. Great. I get up and stare down Kakashi. You want to do taijutsu? Fine, I'll do taijutsu. Lunging at him I start punching, kicking, clawing, everything I can think of as fast as I can. Basically I'm hoping I get lucky and a hit lands. Kakashi, while lazily dodging my attacks, reaches into his hip pouch. I leap away. Kunai in close range is not something I want to deal with. He doesn't pull out kunai. He pulled out his book, Icha Icha. He is reading while engaging me in taijutsu. Even worse, he is winning. I haven't touched him once. Come on, you can't possibly be that good. You haven't even tried to attack me and you are reading? Oh, that was a bad idea. That was a really bad idea. Why do I taunt people obviously more skilled than me? You want me to attack? Alright, here I come. Konoha forbidden taijutsu technique. Kakashi roars out. No, no. No. 1,000 years of death. He appears behind me and extends his fingers into a makeshift spear. Kawarmi. Oh, thank the sweet merciful Kami, I dodged it. Nice try. Kakashi happily says from behind me. I don't have time to dodge again. Poke. Kakashi. I say in a deadly serious tone. Yes, Alvarkus? He merrily replies. Did you just ahem? Did you just make an ass poke into a taijutsu move? Why yes, I believe I did. I thought for sure you would fly away screaming. He replies like this is a normal conversation. Okay, just wanted to make sure. I'm going to fly away screaming now. Go right ahead. Ie. Kakashi lazily watches me soar into the air. 10 out of 10 for height. 5/10 for distance. Could have done better. Oh Kami, I'm flying. I'm flying from an ass poke. Wow, I'm getting pretty high in the air. I'm high in the air. There is nothing to grab onto. No, not again. Not like this. I start hyperventilating. Breath, damn it. Not like this. I can't move. I can't do anything. What do? What can I do? Is this how I am going to die? Is this how I already died? The ground is coming too fast. Way too fast. There is no chance of me landing safely. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Splash. Oh, thank all the gods that exist, I landed in a lake. Sweet merciful water. I haul myself out of the lake. You okay, name caller? I pinned Kakashi with my best glare. Never do that again. Ever. I swear by all the gods, Kami, Jashin, Death. Whoever the hell is out there, if you do that again I will kill you. I meant every word. I never want to be that high up again. You have a serious fear of heights. Kakashi says matter-of-factly. No shit, Sherlock. What gave that away? The screaming? The panic attack at 30 meters in the air? All of the above? What's a Sherlock? You come up with the strangest nicknames. Never mind, lesson over. I'm going to go play with someone else. You were boring. What an asshole. I hope that Sasuke and Sakura have fun. I sure didn't. No one had fun. Except maybe Kakashi. He is hard to read with that mask on his face. The only good thing to come of today. Sasuke and Sakura had it just as bad as me. Okay, so they didn't get 1,000 years of Death Eat, but they still had it pretty bad. We all had our asses kicked. Thoroughly. Kakashi looks at all three of us in disappointment. You all fail. None of you got a bell. But you can't fail us. We tried so hard. We can't go back to the academy. That optimism is not going to work here, Sakura, but good attempt. Have fun being tied up on a post. You can try one more time after lunch. On one condition. Alvarkus doesn't eat anything. Kakashi happily tells us. Wait, what? I don't eat? Why me? Did Sakura perform better than me? Yep. You get to watch your teammates while tied to this post. That's not too tight, is it? How did you tie me to the post already? How did he do that? I'm pretty sure I'm not under a genjutsu. Was that pure speed? Kakashi, you are scary fast. You have to make me that fast. Maybe if you pass. Now remember Sasuke, Sakura no feeding Alvarkus. I'll be back in an hour. See ya. Poof. He's gone. Actually, he is probably just in the bushes. It doesn't matter, I need to worry about passing. Gurgle. Huh. Now that I think about it, I never did eat breakfast. Being told about the baby really threw my game off. I showed up on time and I didn't eat. Crap, I even knew that he would be late and taunt us with food. Don't mind me guys, go ahead and eat. I'll be okay. I'm not even hungry. I'll just play this scene like Naruto did in canon and pray a lot that it works. Gurgle. Here, eat. I don't need teammates who will slow me down. Sasuke is offering me food? Sasuke? How very kind of him. I thought for sure Sakura would cave in first. Besides, your idea may not be that bad. Work together, then fight it out ourselves. Wow, that was almost a compliment. Have some of mine too. We can't have Sasuke-kun going hungry either. Wow, guys, thanks. Really, this means a lot, I sincerely say. Kakashi thunders back into the clearing. He actually did it to the sound of thunder. He must have used a genjutsu to achieve that effect. How dare you disregard my orders? I told you not to feed him. Sasuke. Sakura. Alvarkus. Oh man, Kakashi is scary. Even if I know he is faking, he is scary. Very scary. And I taunted that earlier. I asked that to attack me. You pass. He pats Sasuke and Sakura on the head gently. Silence. No one moves. Really? I question. Really? Kakashi says with that damn eye smile of his. I knew Sasuke-kun would pass. Woot. S rank, here I come. Step 1. Complete. That's nice minions, now report here tomorrow at 5 AM. We are training, then getting our first mission. First mission? Wonderful, that means D ranks. This is going to suck. Can you untie me now? I can't feel my feet. The next morning, training ground 7, 8 AM. You're late. Sakura yells at our sensei. I'm just glad it is not at me. That girl has one hell of a temper. Well, you see, I got lost on the road of life. Kakashi cheerful greets us. Surprisingly, he's only 2 hours late. Did you find your path? There are many perils on the road of life, pitfalls and wrong turns. I would hate for you to lose your way. I cheekily sass my new sensei. Sasuke looks pretty mad at me for saying that. Sakura still looks pissed at Kakashi. With joy on his face, I think, that mask is very effective. Kakashi ruffles my hair. You know, I think you are going to be my favorite. Kakashi sighs and gazes forlornly into the distance. What a drama queen. So, training. What do you all want to learn first? Kakashi is asking us what we want to learn. How does he expect us to possibly know what our options are? Let's see, Crazy Elemental just is out. Not only is this our first real training day, but we are genin. We don't have enough chakra yet. It's actually impressive that Sasuke can already use the Grand Fireball. I really don't want to deal with him teaching taijutsu. I bet he'd beat us into the ground and call it practice. I want to put that off for as long as possible. Like taijutsu, I don't want to be put through Kakashi's genjutsu training. He'd either show us horrifying things or scar us mentally by using his favorite novel for inspiration. That leaves low-level ninjutsu as our best option. It is the least likely to get us hurt. Unless he decides to demonstrate them by launching them at us. What can't we do that with? Chakra strains. I want to learn how to use chakra strains. I have some pretty cool ideas that require chakra strings and they're relatively safe to learn. No, pick something else. He dismisses my suggestion instantly. Kakashi-sensei, consider teaching me how to make chakra strings. You paid me back for the 1,000 years of death move. You owe me for that. That was the most humiliating moment of my life. I desperately need to repress that memory. Alright, just never mention that technique again. I don't think I could ever live that down if the other Jonin heard about that. Kakashi sheepishly replies, blackmail material. Wait a moment, something feels off about this. You just made that move up right then? I ask him. He couldn't have, it was too well executed. He must have done it before. Yep, spur of the moment kind of thing. How did you even come up with that? No, don't answer. I know what is in that book. I don't think you are my favorite anymore. Kakashi tenderly pulls out his orange book and lovingly cradles it. Nope, not having this conversation. I don't care if Icha is good or not. Whatever you say. So, chakra strings? How do they work? I press forward. I desperately want to change the subject. Kakashi opens his book and eagerly sticks his nose into it. He's not taking this seriously at all, just like the bell test. Just push chakra out of your fingertips. The strings themselves are not hard to make, and they use very little chakra. Once they are formed, you only need to add chakra if you want to make the string longer. The difficulty with chakra strings is manipulating them to do what you want. That is why puppet masters usually use one puppet. It is hard to manipulate that many strings at once. Huh, that was surprisingly thorough. He really knows what he is talking about. Maybe he is taking this seriously. Kakashi turns a page and breaks into a giggle fit. I was wrong, he's just good at multitasking. Ahem. I clear my throat to try to get him back on task. Oh, right, you're still here. The easiest way to start with strings is to attach it to something you are touching, then moving it away from your hand. The longer the distance, the more difficult it is to manipulate. Can't believe he's still reading. You'd think he'd have the common decency to at least watch my first attempt to see if I screw anything up. Picking up a rock off the ground, I attach my chakra to it. I let it extend a couple inches from my index finger. I poke it with my other hand and the rock swings back and forth like a pendulum. Like this? There is no way it is really that easy. I could have started practicing this months ago. Yep, just like that. You're a natural. Huh, I guess it really is that easy. Sasuke demandingly stomps forward. I guess he had enough of being ignored. Kakashi, teach me how. Nope, sorry, but Alvarkus took up all the time. Let's go to the mission desk and get our fist D rank. Kakashi cheerfully starts walking away, his nose still centimeters from his book. Sasuke pulls me to the side and glares at me. Tomorrow, you don't say anything. Hee, yeah, he's all yours. Come on boys, Kakashi and I are going to beat you there. Sakura is way too happy. She must not know what D ranks mean. 1 week later. I hate D ranks. Why is painting a fence a mission? Sakura angrily smacks her paint brush into the half-painted fence after a measly 5 minutes of silence. Poor Sakura, she can't stand silence. It must be hard for her being on this team. Sasuke and I both don't talk that much, and Kakashi. Well, he's Kakashi. I find painting fences to be one of the better missions. I get to use my chakra strings. Yep, that's right. I am painting a fence with 10 paintbrushes at once. 1 brush per finger. Best mission ever. Chakra strings are so useful. I can't believe more shinobi don't use them. Is something out of your reach? Chakra string. Will 1 kunai not cut enough? Use chakra strings to hold 10. Is your pregnant Kasan being lazy and doesn't want to bend over so she calls you from across the room to pick up what she dropped? Chakra string. Okay, so Ka-san wasn't being lazy, I was. I admit it, but I need the practice. 3 birds with 1 stone. I picked up the bowl for Ka-san. One got in some more chakra string practice, and I didn't have to get off the couch. You know, Alvarkus, when you asked me to teach you chakra strings last week, I didn't think you would stick with them. Only puppet masters use chakra strings as much as you do. Do you want to be a puppet master? Kakashi has a good point. Do I want to be a puppet master? Not really. That sounds limiting. Besides, I don't think Konoha has any puppet masters that could teach me. I have no idea how to begin making a puppet, not to mention how to use one. Nope, puppet masters rarely use any form of ninjutsu. They rely on poisons to get the job done. I don't want that. I want to make elemental chakra strings. 1 for each element on each hand. How cool would that be? I could call it elemental strings. Now that sounds badass. That's never going to work. Go ahead and crush my dream, Kakashi. Go ahead, do it some more. Why? I ask. He has to have a reason, and it better not be because he doesn't want to teach me that many elemental chakra changes. That would require you to have natural affinities for all 5 elements. Chakra strings are unique in the fact that they require a natural affinity to have an elemental change. They become too unstable otherwise and don't form. Oh, that is actually a very good reason. So I could make an elemental string for each affinity I have? Yep, although shinobi don't usually have 2 affinities. You can train in a second one, but having more than 1 affinity is usually a jonin trait. Even at the jonin level, it is rare to have dual affinities mastered. How can I figure out what my affinity is? Chakra paper. I already know this from the anime, but as a new genin I should have no clue. Besides, maybe Kakashi will bring some to training tomorrow. Alvarkus. Oh boy, Sasuke sounds mad. You're hogging the sensei again. Sorry, your turn. You ask him something. Next morning. You're late. Sakura shouts at Kakashi. Sasuke grunts with a roll of his eyes. You see, there was a little old lady that needed help with her groceries. There's Kakashi's lame excuse. Is she okay now? Does she need more help? You can go back if you need to. I understand. And my sassy retort. This is why you are my favorite student. Now that the morning ritual is out of the way, down to business. So, Kakashi, what are we doing today? Sparring? Cardio? Stamina? Teamwork exercises? Actually, I thought we could test all of your elemental affinities. Hell yeah, my plan worked. Subtle hint drop about wanting to test my affinity, and Kakashi brings the chakra paper. I wonder, could Kakashi have been such a bad teacher simply because he has never done it before? Does he really have no idea what to do, so he is just waiting for us to ask? Let's put that idea away for later. Me first. I want to go first. This is going to be awesome. Alvarkus, you're going last. Mean Kakashi-sensei. Sakura, you are first. Come here. Kakashi handed over a piece of paper to Sakura. She looks so confused. Kakashi-sensei? What do I do? Channel chakra into the paper. Depending on how it reacts, it'll show your chakra nature. Earth nature turns the paper to dust. Wind nature cuts the paper. Water nature soaks the paper. Fire nature burns the paper. And lightning nature crinkles the paper. Go on, let's see what you get. Sakura channeled chakra into the paper. We all looked on in anticipation. The paper got wet. I got water. Water is good, right? Sakura has a water affinity. Good for her. That might prove useful in medical jutsu. The human body is made of a ridiculous amount of water. Elemental affinities are neither good nor bad. It depends on the user. Words of wisdom, brought to you by Kakashi-sensei. Sasuke, you're next. Sasuke took the paper. Using one hand. Show off. He channels chakra into it. The paper immolates. Fire. He sounds oddly smug about that. Well, in canon he does like his fire jutsu. Alvarkus, your turn. Kakashi hands me the final piece of paper. The moment I have been waiting for. What do I want? Wind? I could make giant string blades. Lightning? I could use that to paralyze my enemies. Water? Earth? Fire? Oh, I don't care, I have good ideas for all of them. Taking the paper very carefully, I channel some chakra into it. The paper immolates. Fire, my primary affinity is fire. Who would have guessed that in the land of fire, I would have a fire affinity? I should have known. Woot. Fire. Oh man, Kakashi-sensei, you need to show me how to use fire chakra. Can you imagine it? Fire whips. Muahahahaha. Picture it. 10 whips of pure fire flying around the battlefield. Alright, we will start it tomorrow. Kakashi half-heartedly agrees. There is move evidence that Kakashi doesn't have a clue how to teach. Is he just following my suggestions? For now, why don't we have a free-for-all spar? Sasuke vs Sakura vs Alvarez. Winner decides what D rank we to this afternoon. Deal. Alright, if I win you can choose Sasuke-kun. HN. We split apart from each other, making a triangle. On my go. Kakashi says. Go. Sasuke immediately whips out 2 kunai and throws one at me and the other at Sakura. I deflect mine easily. You'll have to do better than that, Sasuke. Oh crap, he threw 2 kunai at each of us. I don't have time to block it again. Without thinking, I do what I have been doing all week long. Use a chakra string. I attach a string to the airborne kunai, whip it around my body, and launch it back at Sasuke. I miss horribly. Did you see that? That was so cool. I happily yelled to my shocked teammates. I can't believe it. I redirected his kunai back at him. With a chakra string and centripetal force. And Kakashi thought strings were only good for puppetry. Do it again. Throw something at me. Sasuke and Sakura are more than happy to grant my request. Our three-way spar devolved into a fun game of try to hit Alvarez with stones. For the first 5 minutes, I got a lot of new bruises. Stones hurt, but I got better at catching and throwing them back. Pretty soon it was even. For every 1 stone that hit me, I hit one of them. Then I hit them twice. Then 3 times. By the end of an hour, I could catch all the stones they threw at me easily. No problem. Then Sasuke stepped his game up. He started throwing handfuls of stones at me. Before I could easily use my 10 strings to keep up with their onslaught. But now? Impossible. What to do? Each stone needs 1 string. I can make 10 strings, so I can reflect 10 stones. I need to make more strings. How do I do that? I only have 10 fingers. Oh, there's an idea. Who said the strings need to come out of the fingers? I know for a fact that Sasori didn't need to use his fingers. I make strings come out of my back. That's right, back strings. It worked brilliantly. Sasuke and Sakura are gobsmacked. They have never seen me use strings from anywhere but my fingers. Hell, I am pretty shocked too. This is great. 10 isn't my limit anymore. Just imagine how quickly I can paint fences now. Take that, you stone-throwing demons. I can take whatever you can dish out. Sasuke and Sakura make eye contact. They share a demonic grin between them both. Not good, not good. I take it back? Attack. They yell in unison. Very soon I look like a mini stone tornado. I have a crazy amount of stones whipping around my body. Sometimes I could catch a stone and release it on the first rotation. Others I had to swing around multiple times. Like I said, mini stone tornado. I have to say, that practice was really fun. Later that day, mission office. Team 7, reporting for duty. Hokage-sama. What missions do you have? Stupid Kakashi, saying he gets to pick the mission because we didn't technically spar. I count that as a spar. I have the bruises to show for it. Let's see. Sarutobi Hiruzen idly browses through a stack of mission scrolls. This is my first time seeing him up close. Every other time we've come to the mission desk he hasn't been here. The one thing that really stands out to me is his age. The Hokage is seriously old. Like keel over and die at any second old. I'm impressed he managed to live this long. This is a world full of killers. I bet more than a few have tried to claim his life. We have a babysitting mission, a gardening mission, and a Torah mission. The Hokage tells us. Torah? Why does that sound familiar? Team 7 accepts the Torah mission. They deserve it. Kakashi gleefully accepts the scroll. That is not good. Kakashi is too happy about this. His happiness means others' pain. Usually Team 7's pain. Oh really, Kakashi-kun? This is quite the punishment. The Hokage sounds mildly surprised. I know. That is the point. Why do all the older nin look like they are in on the joke of the century? Your goal? Return the Daiwaimo's housewife's cat to either her or me. Good luck. The Hokage finally tells us our mission parameters. Oh, it's this mission. The Demon Cat of Doom mission. Great. This is going to suck. Let's go team. The record is 4 hours. Let's try and beat it. I hate you, Kakashi. I really do. We head out of the door. This is going to be difficult. Hokage-sama, isn't that a little, well, mean? Those kids have no idea what they are getting into. Iruka asks. It is better this way. The Hokage puffs on his pipe. I have to say, those kids are in for one long D rank. What was the record? For hours? 4 hours and 17 minutes. Think they can beat it? I'll take that bet. They will beat the time. Sasuke is the rookie of the year, and even if he doesn't look like it, Alvarez has a sharp mind. Winner leaves an hour early. Deal? Deal. Iruka-kun, you should know that the record is 5 years old. Tora has only gotten more elusive and cunning with age. I'll enjoy going home early. And you should know that they were my students for 4 years. I know what they're capable of. The door opens. Team 7 enters. Oh, give up already, Kakashi-kun? That won't look good on your students' records. 5 minutes earlier with Team 7. So, we need to catch a cat? I really hope this is not as bad as the anime. Tora was crazy. Correction. You 3 need to catch the cat. I'll be here when you are done. Kakashi, you suck. We're idly standing outside of the Hokage Tower. Where could this cat be? Hopefully not all the way across town. Crash. All 3 of us genin flinch at the loud noise. A cat knocked over a trash can. Meow. It happily trots over to me. Shoo kitty. I can't play with you right now. I need to go find Tora with my team. Actually, Tora is a cat. Could this be Tora? Hey, Kakashi-sensei? What does Tora look like? No way. This is not happening. There is a 0% chance this cat is Tora. Tora hates people. So why is this cat rubbing against my leg and purring? Mostly black with a bell on her collar. The collar has Tora etched into it. I pick up the cat. Yep, it says Tora on the collar. The cat, Tora, decides she wants to snuggle my face. How embarrassing. Turns out cats love me. I have Tora. I say to the rest of my team. Excuse me? Kakashi asks. See? It says Tora right here on the collar. I peeled Tora off of my face and hold her out so the others can see her collar. They lean in for a good look. Tora instantly starts hissing and clawing at them, and they all reflexively jump backwards. Well then, good job team. Smooth Kakashi. When weird things happen, just act like everything is normal. Let's turn in the mission. Back to the present. Oh, give up already, Kakashi-kun? That won't look good on your students' records. The Hokage disapprovingly says. We've finished. Kakashi blandly responds. Excuse me? We have Tora. Mission complete. Kakashi pushes me forward with Tora happily lounging in my arms. But, that was 5 minutes. Would you look at that? I get to go home early, Hokage-sama. I hand Tora over to the Hokage. Immediately Tora starts hissing and scratching the strongest shinobi in the village. This, the Hokage says while holding Tora at arm's length and a great deal of disdain on his face, is most certainly Tora. Good job Team 7. The new record for Tora retrieval missions is 5 minutes and 47 seconds? An awkward silence settles over the room. Easiest mission ever. With those parting words, I leave the room with my team. Outside of the Hokage Tower. Good work today. I'll see you tomorrow at 5 a.m. sharp. In other words, we will see you at 8 a.m. Thanks Kakashi. Hey, Kakashi-sensei. Since we got done early, could you, poof. And he's gone. So much for getting a head start on fire whips. I swear that man hates work. Sasuke-kun, want to get some lunch together? Sakura hopefully asks while beating her eyelashes at the object of her affection. Sakura, you naive girl, he is never going to say yes to that. Acting cute isn't the way to win him over. No, I am going to train. That's fine too, we can train together. Alone. Ouch, that has to sting. Oh, okay. See you around, Sasuke-kun. Ah, great, now Sakura is sad. It'll be okay Sakura. He'll come around eventually. Once we get some more experience and complete some real missions together, he will warm up to us. I am so bad at making people feel better. Sakura looks like a kicked puppy. A bright pink kicked puppy. You really think so? She asks with big hopeful eyes. Did I just give hope to her? That might be a bad idea. Sasuke could still defect after all. I need to stop that. Step 1 will be getting Sasuke friends in Konoha, then he might want to stay. Where better to make your first friends than your genin teammates? Maybe I should take my own advice. I rarely talk to anyone but family outside of training. I do. We just need to wear him down. We need to be friends with him, not just teammates. I know. We should start having team dinners. Now that is a good idea. I can expose my family to more shinobi and get to know Sasuke and Sakura better at the same time. We could invite Kakashi-sensei, but I think he will just show up late and miss everything. I can see him doing exactly that. That's a great idea. We can have the first one at my house. I'll go ask my parents right now. Sakura goes running off, leaving me all alone. What to do, what to do? The sun is still up, so going home is frowned upon. I guess I'll go back to training ground 7 and work on my strings some more. One of the major problems with chakra strings is that my chakra control is subpar. If I want to be able to make an insane amount of strings, I need better control over my chakra. That settles it. Chakra control exercises it is. With a plan in my mind, I head back to the training ground. Picking up a leaf off the ground, I stick it to my forehead. Okay, focus some chakra to make the leaf stick. Can't be that hard. Over the next few hours I stick leaves to various parts of my body. Head, hands, elbows, knees, stomach, anywhere I could think of. Turns out one leaf is pretty easy. So I grabbed another, then another. Pretty soon I was covered in leaves. Take that, leaves. I am the leaf master. My voice echoes throughout the empty clearing. Thankfully no one was around to hear my stupid declaration. That would have been very embarrassing. Okay, leaf master, let's mess around with chakra strings now. Letting all the leaves fall to the ground, I decide to try something new. I want to make a trap using chakra strings. I figure if it doesn't matter where the string comes from on the body, does it really matter if it stays connected to the body? I want to make a kunai slingshot. So I pull out a kunai, attach a chakra sting to it, and try to attach the other end of the string to a nearby tree. It didn't work. The second the string left my body, it dissipated. Dang it, I will make this work. Okay, you can do this. One failure does not mean it is impossible. Think back, when you first tried making a chakra string you needed physical contact with an object. Maybe that is what I need to do. Giving it a try, I go over to the tree, connect a string from my fingertip to a kunai. Then I poked the tree and pushed the string onto it. Withdrawing my hand, the string stays. Yes, I knew I could do it. With a lapse in my concentration, the string fades. I'll have to always focus on it if I want to make this work. Sweet. Now all I have to do is make my strings elastic. Setting everything back up, string to kunai, then string from hand to tree, I gave the string an experimental tug. Thwack. Oh god, that's right by my face. The kunai is impaled in the tree a measly 15 centimeters from my face. Live kunai is a bad idea. Never experiment with live weapons again. The good news is that I can make my strings elastic. The bad news is that was not the result I wanted, and I almost killed myself. Upon further examination, the kunai hit right where the string was connected to the tree. Wow, that is actually very convenient. If I can get a string on an opponent, I have a guaranteed hit. The string would just pull the kunai into the target. That could be a cool taijutsu move. They punch me, I attach a string to them, then bam. Kunai to the chest. As cool as that is, it isn't what I want. I want a slingshot, not a guided hit. I want to be able to aim my traps and not require physical contact with my enemies. Physical contact with enemies is a bad idea. My elegant solution? Use 2 strings instead of 1. I really did make a chakra slingshot. Yes, I do have to touch the anchor points for the strings, but that is a minor issue. This technique is for setting traps, not use in the middle of a battle. Over the next month Team 7 did a ridiculous amount of D ranks. Which is okay, it is a rite of passage. Everyone had to do D ranks at one point in time. What was not okay is Kakashi not teaching me how to make fire whips and Sasuke not agreeing to go to team dinners. Those bastards. Surprisingly, Sakura and I bonded over coming up with plans to get Sasuke to Sakura's house. Oh Kami, that has to be the worst thought I have ever had. Repressing. So, team dinners never happened. With Kakashi being stubborn and not showing me how to make an elemental change. Which in hindsight could be too much for a genin to learn without hand signs built into the jutsu to help. I greatly improved on all things chakra strings. I can make my strings invisible now, except to maybe an activated Byakugan or Sharingan. I have gotten really good at my slingshot traps, to the point where I can make 5 at any time. It's not that I can't make more traps, I just tend to forget where they are after I make 5. When I forget about a trap, it sets itself off, which is very bad. We've had a few close calls over the past month and I have an awesome scar on my left shoulder now. Sasuke and Sakura have improved too. Well, at least Sasuke has. That kid trains 24/7. His aim is flawless with any thrown projectile, and his grand fireball is getting bigger and hotter. He also is getting better at taijutsu, learning the Uchiha standard style from his scrolls at home. Sakura. Well, she can run farther. She has a little more muscle mass. She hasn't really improved that much at all. She is a sweet girl, but she needs to take being a kunoichi more seriously. I think a good scare will get the job done. Little did I know I would be the one getting a scare on our next mission. Team 7, reporting for a mission. Hokage-sama. Kakashi lazily drawls out, I have a C rank here, Kakashi-kun. Do you think your team is ready? The Hokage thinks we are ready for a C rank mission? That is pretty cool. Finally, no more D ranks. About damn time someone recognizes our talent. You have done a lot of D ranks. And 13 Tora retrievals. The Hokage says after reviewing our mission records one more time. That's right everyone, catching Tora is a Team 7 specialty. That cat is in love with me. The longest it has taken us to get Tora is 2 hours, which is still half the time of the next team. I suppose they have done enough D ranks. Sure, Team 7 accepts the C rank mission. What is it? It's an escort mission to the Land of Waves. The Hokage tosses Kakashi a mission scroll. No, please no. Any mission but that one. Tazuna, come inside and meet the team that will be escorting you. The Hokage calls out. It is official, this world hates me. Hiccup. A drunken Tazuna staggers into the room. I hate my life, of all the damn missions I could get it just had to be this one. Who's my team? These runts? Ha, I bet kittens are more dangerous than these kitties. Pink hair. What kind of ninja has pink hair? You sure you are smoking tobacco, Hokage? The first words out of Tazuna's mouth are insults. Must refrain from maiming the client. Must refrain from maiming the client. Must refrain from maiming the client. I assure you, my team and I are more than capable of handling a simple escort mission. After all, I am one of the best jonin in Konoha. I could take this mission alone without a problem. Geez Kakashi, can you get any more modest? Actually it is probably for the best that Kakashi is going. If we were any other team he wouldn't be there to go up against Zabuza, and I don't know how the other jonin would hold up against him. I hate that Kakashi and Team 7 come as a package deal, that means I have to face Zabuza too. Fine, hiccup, when we leavin'? I don't know about you Kakashi-sensei, but I vote at least noon tomorrow. That should give the client enough time to sleep off his hangover. I sassily say, great idea Alvarez. Meet at the front gate tomorrow at noon. Pack for week. The Land of Waves mission. The first true challenge of Team 7, and there is no Naruto. Ah crap, that means I have to pick up the slack. Sorry team, we might be dead. Later that night, at Alvarez's house. Ka-san, Tu-san, I'm going on my first C-rank mission tomorrow. I wonder how they will take this news. Probably badly. A C rank? So soon? Isn't it a little early to be getting those missions? Ka-san looks scared. I thought so too, but Kakashi-sensei says we are ready. I trust him to keep us safe. You remember my condition for becoming a shinobi, correct? Tu-san asks me. Of course. I do not get to die. Good. Make sure you come home to us. I will. Well, I'm going to go to sleep. I'll need to be at 100% tomorrow. I head upstairs and pause right outside of my door. I want to hear what they say now that I'm out of the room. AC rank. Alvarez is going on AC rank. This could be the last night we see him. I don't want to lose our son. Ka-san tearfully says to Tu-san. He'll come back to us. I know he will. What if he comes back and isn't our Alvarez anymore? What if this changes him? Fujita, what if he kills someone? He will always be our son. Nothing will change that. I don't want to be the mother of a murderer. I don't want to be the father of one. Namika, no matter what he does he will always be our son. Shinobi, baker, thief, librarian, murderer. He will always be ours no matter what he does. What kind of parents are we if we turn our backs on him? What kind of parents are we if we abandon him because he did something wrong? We are the ones who let him become a shinobi, we can't turn our backs on him now. I know we should be there for him, but how are we supposed to help him? We don't know anything about shinobi. The only one we do know is, you have to remember our son isn't him. No matter how similar they're not the same person. I can't help but see him in Alvarez. They're just so similar. He is our son, not that monster. Who is this person? Which shinobi do my parents know? This isn't the first time they've talked about this mystery person. They compare me to him an awful lot. Always when I'm out of the room though, like they don't want me to know. Like they are afraid if I know I won't be me anymore. They've never said his name but they always sound afraid when he's mentioned. Could he be where my parents' fear of shinobi comes from? And how the hell am I similar to such a monster? So much for being at 100% tomorrow. I'll be running their conversation through my head for hours. Front gate, the next day, noon. Damn it Kakashi-sensei. Where are you? You can't be late for our first C-rank mission. Sakura does have a good point. What kind of Jonin is late for his student's first C-rank mission? Want to bet about when he shows up? I suggest we might as well make a game out of this. Hey, kids betting. They start earlier every year. Tazuna mumbles under his breath. We all ignore him. I think that might become a trend for this mission. Okay, I say not for another hour. Sakura eagerly bets. Sasuke thinks for a few seconds then bets, it will after 5 minutes but under an hour. 5. I boldly bet. 5 What Alvarkus? Sakura asks in annoyance. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yo, am I late? There's Kakashi. Yes I won. Everyone is staring at me. Why is everyone staring at me? Guys? I know I'm handsome, but staring at me like this is weird. My parents say I can't date until I am 30 so get any strange thoughts out of your heads. Sakura recoils like she was slapped with a fish. No, Sasuke is the only one for me. I just wanted to know how you knew Kakashi was coming. Me too. How did you know I was coming? That's Kakashi's serious tone. Did I do something wrong? I dunno. I just had a feeling in my gut, and a shinobi needs to trust their gut. Maybe I am a sensor? That would be pretty cool actually. Oh, and I can test it really soon too. I can try to sense the demon brothers today. Hopefully before they try and kill us. Because they are going to try and kill us. Great, I have that to look forward to. Well now that we are all here let's be off. No point in wasting time. That's rich coming from you sensei. And so we set off, venturing outside of Konoha for the first time. I'd like to say that it was a big moment, one of realized ambitions and future dreams. It wasn't, not even remotely. It involved paperwork. Kakashi Hitaki, Genin Team 7 and our client Tazuna are leaving on a C-rank mission to the Land of Waves. Katetsu and Izumo looked up from their game of cards. Katetsu shoved a form at Kakashi. There, fill that out, then you can leave. After scribbling on the form, I am not even sure Kakashi tried to write any words, we head out of the village. Fresh air, lush green forests, huge trees. It was practically the same thing as inside the walls of the village. Alright team, let's get moving. Off we went to our first real mission. Our first mission that goes horribly wrong. Walking as a group was rather entertaining. So, Tazuna drawls out, you kids are ninja? The correct term is shinobi or kunoichi. Ninjas do not exist. Leave it to Sakura to correct such a common civilian error. They are practically the same thing. Sorry Miss Know-It-All, not all of us live in a big fancy village. I still can't believe the Hokage gave me you runts. Is Tazuna trying to provoke us? Alright, he is just asking for this. Slowly, very stealthily in hopes Kakashi does not notice what I'm doing, I attach a string to Tazuna's left foot. I give the string a tug causing Tazuna to trip over his own feet. Perfect. Ai. He fell flat on his face. It was beautiful. Thwack. Ow. What was that for Kakashi? Bad Alvarkus. We don't do that to clients. But he deserved it. Deserved it or not, we are hired to protect him. In fact, why don't we all just stop talking? That is easy for you to say. You just want to read your book in silence. Just because of that, take point Alvarkus. Ah great. I let my mouth get ahead of me. Without speaking, I switch spots with Sasuke. We have a diamond pattern formed around Tazuna, with me at the front, Sasuke at the left, Sakura at the right and Kakashi in the rear. Wonderful. Now I can't prank Tazuna anymore. Sunlight glints off of a puddle in the middle of the path. Could this be the Demon Brothers? How can I find out? I don't feel anything coming from the puddle so maybe this isn't them? How many puddles can we come across on our path? It can't be that many, this has to be them. The puddle is 20 steps away. 10 steps. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I pass the puddle. Nothing happened? Is this not the Demon Brothers? The sound of clinking chains resonates through the air. I spin around. There they are, the Demon Brothers. They already have Kakashi wrapped up in their chains. How did I miss that? First one. The Demon Brothers yank on their chain gauntlets and shred Kakashi into a chunky paste. One of them sprints towards me and throws a kunai at my heart while the other engages Sasuke. Second one, the rapidly approaching shinobi says eagerly. Like hell, I am not going down that easily. Just like the stones, I shoot out a chakra string and attach it to the airborne kunai. I whip it around my body and fling it right back at the original owner. I aim for his legs and miss in the worst way possible. I ended up sending the kunai straight through his throat. Blood sprays everywhere. He grasps his throat and struggles to take wet, raspy breaths. There is no way he is going to live, not with a wound like that. I can't look away. He's slowly dying right in front of me. Bleeding out, staining his once clean clothes a dark red. With one final wet gurgle, and a look of utter hatred in his eyes, he dies. I had my first kill. Freak out later. There is still another enemy. Sasuke might need help. I turn around to assist my teammate, but he does not need it. Kakashi has the other demon brother thrown over his shoulder, unconscious. Everyone is staring at me. No one moves. No one talks. No one makes a sound. Alvarkus, there is a stream about 200 meters north of here. I want you to go there and clean up. We will wait here for you. Can you go alone or do you want Sasuke to come with you? Finally Kakashi breaks the silence. Clean up? Why would I need to clean up? I glance down at myself. That is weird, I don't own a red shirt. Oh, I'm covered in blood. When the demon brother's neck was cut open, the blood must have sprayed onto me. I think I can. Sasuke, can you come? I shouldn't be alone right now. That is a really bad idea. Yes, let's go. Sasuke looks disgusted, shocked. I can't tell. I can't devote enough brain cells to figure it out. All I can think of is the dead man's face. Take care of him, Sasuke. I would go myself, but this shinobi and I need to have words together. Meet back here in an hour. If you are not back by then I am coming to get you. Kakashi carries his hostage off into the woods. Sasuke and I head north to the stream. We run in silence. Not a word is spoken between us. After a few minutes we get to the stream. Glancing in the water I see my reflection. It looks like someone threw a can of red paint on me. I know it is not paint. It's blood. I have blood all down my front. This outfit is ruined. I should have brought clean clothes. Now we have to go back to get my pack. Here, Sasuke tosses something at me. Out of pure instinct I catch it. I grabbed your pack. Oh, he did. Thank you. That was very kind of him. You don't think any less of me, do you? Looking at my reflection in the stream, I can't help but think this changes everything. I'm not innocent anymore. No, but I killed him. I can't break eye contact with myself. These piercing yellow eyes seem much more sinister when my face is covered in blood. So, isn't killing supposed to be wrong? He was going to kill us. It was him or you, and you got to walk away. You get to go home. You get to live to see your sibling be born. I break eye contact with the monster in the water and look at Sasuke. You put every single opponent in the ground so you can see your precious people again. You do not get to die. You have a reason to live, so make sure the enemy is the one who can't get up again. You're right. I hate it when you're right. I know. I want to wipe the damn smirk off his face. Now get out of those clothes, wash the blood off and let's head back. Thank you, Sasuke. Really, don't mention it. He seems really sad all of a sudden. Why? We were just talking about family and, oh. His family is gone. He doesn't have anyone left. You're one of my precious people too, you know. I don't trust just anyone to watch my back. I knew you could handle yourself, so I didn't attack them both. I trust you to keep Sakura and me safe. My words shatter the famous Uchiha mask. For just a fleeting moment Sasuke looks truly happy. Get in the stream already. I want to get back to the others. Alright, tough guy. Think I should jump in? You better, or I will push you in. Okay, I'm going. Splash. I told you I would push you in. Sasuke and I return to the group in a comfortable silence. Kakashi, Sakura and Tazuna all look at me when we arrive. Tazuna gives a respectful nod. Sakura looks at me in pity. Kakashi is livid. I can tell by the way his hands twitch towards his weapons. I'm good. Sasuke talked sense into me. Then the bastard shoved me into a stream. Everyone chuckles at my expense, but Kakashi does not look happy. Not one bit. So, Tazuna, that missing nin had some very interesting things to say. Kakashi harshly says to Tazuna. Tazuna pales. When you applied for a mission you requested protection from wildlife and bandits. If those missing nin are anything to go by, This mission should be a B rank. At a minimum, I'm sure you have your reasons. That does not mean you can lie to us. That does not mean you can put my team in unnecessary danger. My team is not ready to combat shinobi. They aren't ready to take a life. You lied to us, and it cost Alvarez something precious. Kakashi turns his back on Tazuna. Team 7, this mission is hereby suspended. Get your stuff, we're going back to Konoha. Wait, please hear me out. The Land of Waves couldn't afford a B-ranked mission. We barely had enough for a C rank. Our entire country is under the thumb of Gato. He owns a shipping business and is using it to bleed our country dry. The bridge I am building is the only hope for my people. Please, you have to understand, I didn't want it to happen like this. If I die, then the Land of Waves dies with me. Kakashi doesn't turn around to face our former employer. Then you should have gotten a B-rank mission. Konoha accepts more than money as payment. Trade agreements, land, property, future business. You didn't. This is no longer our problem. Please, don't go. If you abandon me, a whole country will die. I'll pay for the B rank when I have the money. Please, please? Team 7, let's move. Kakashi orders us. What do I do? If I leave now, then I'll never have to face Zabuza or Haku. I can go home safe and sound to my family. All I have to do is sacrifice a country. No, don't go. Please don't go. Tazuna falls to his knees. Tears are streaming down his face. I say we finish the mission. My voice cuts through all other sounds. Bless you, you sweet child. Tazuna weeps. Alvarez, don't fall prey to his act. He's doing this on pure. I know. I'm not saying we continue out of pity for him. Right now I don't really care what happens to him. But the Land of Waves? A whole country is depending on him to finish the bridge. If we walk away now, we will be responsible for that. I don't know about you, sensei, but I don't want that on my conscience. He's got a point. Besides, we can't abandon our first mission outside of Konoha. Imagine how bad that will look on our sensei. Sasuke backs me up. We can't let a country die. We just can't. What kind of shinobi are we if we run away at the first sign of danger? Even Sakura is backing me up on this. You three aren't ready. Not for this, Kakashi says. That's why we have you, Kakashi-sensei. I am one of the best jonin in Konoha. What happened to that guy? I throw his own words back at him. Fine, we will continue the mission. Kakashi forces out. You better put a damn plaque with our names on it on this bridge. If we live through this mission, I want my name on that bridge. I can do that. Thank you all so much. The Land of Waves hasn't had hope in a long time. Tazuna starts to tear up. You heard the genin. No time to waste then, to the Land of Waves. Start walking. Alvarez and I will catch up. I want to talk with him. Kakashi wants to talk to me? Probably about my fist kill. Or the blatant disregard for his orders. The others start walking ahead. Kakashi pulls his book out, opens it up and shoves his nose in it. Ahem. Kakashi-sensei? You, wanted to talk? Yes. You had your first kill today. He turns a page. How are you taking it? I wasn't kidding when I said Sasuke talked sense into me. He really did. Put it all in perspective. I'm good. Kakashi pins me with an one-eyed stare. So much for avoiding this conversation. Okay, I am not good. I'm pretty shaken up about it. That was a terrible first kill to have. Messy. Long. I watched as he chalked on his own blood. I watched the light fade from his eyes while he cursed me with his entire being. I will have nightmares about this day for a long time, probably the rest of my life. I know that. I don't regret what I did. He attacked me. I attacked him back. I won. I get to go home. He doesn't. Sasuke pointed out all the people I have to live for. Kakashi raises an inquisitive eyebrow at that. I know, right? I didn't expect that from him either. He set me straight. I'm not good, but I am okay. I'll live. I'll move past this. Then one day when I am S rank, I'll brag that on my first C rank I got my name on a national monument. As long as you are okay. I went through all of this before and I want you to know that you can talk to me. Really? Because if I didn't know better, I'd say you were talking to Akane. Kakashi's head snaps up from his book. How do you know her name? Have you read these books? Yep. They actually aren't that bad. I rather like them. Have you read the sequel yet? There is this huge love triangle between Akane, Tatsumi and Masumi. Jiraiya-sama does a wonderful job of it. You truly are my favorite student. Kakashi says while wiping a fake tear out of his eye. I know. Now how about we catch up with the others? I'll race you. We both take off into the trees. Kakashi and I catch back up with the others easily. They are moving at a civilian pace, while we could run at shinobi speeds. It didn't even take 5 minutes. Alright team, diamond formation. Tazuna in the center, Alvarkas take point. If someone throws something at us, throw it right back at them. Sakura right, Sasuke left. We form up and start walking. Nothing noteworthy happens the rest of the day. Sakura, Sasuke and I banter back and forth like usual. All three of us bug Kakashi-sensei just because we can. Once night falls we set up a camp and hunker down to sleep. I had a nightmare. They won't be going away soon. Or ever. The next day, the edge of wave country. I know that your country is called the land of waves, but I didn't think that it was one big island. Why would someone want to live on an island like that? Cut off from the world, all alone. It is an archipelago, not just one island. We have the main island, the largest of them all and the closest to the mainland. The other islands are close enough to get between by short bridges I helped make. That is partly why I decided to make a bridge to the mainland. Who knew? Tazuna is knowledgeable. We will have to sneak into wave. I have a boat prepared for us. It should be right about here. Sure enough, there is a rowboat resting in the water. Come on fearless ninja, let's go. I stashed this boat here before I left the land of waves. We will have to row in, we need to avoid being seen by Gato's men. Wasn't there a boatman in cannon? He wants us to row? Not likely. You heard the man. Kakashi says as he pulls out his orange book. Let's get in and then you four can start rowing. Wait, 4 of us? But there is only 3 kids. Where's your 4th? You are. Take that Tazuna. Someone has to keep a lookout, and I am the most qualified for the job. Sasuke looks scorned. You just don't want to row Kakashi-sensei. I have no idea what you are talking about. We better get going. With a lot of grumbling, we pack into the rowboat and start paddling. After what feels like hours, Tazuna breaks the silence. We should be approaching the bridge now. Sure enough, the monolith appears in the fog. Wow, that is huge, Sakura exclaims. Just think, our names will be on that. I can't wait. My very own bridge. HN. Sasuke interjects, it's not that cool. It's just a bridge. Tazuna actually looks offended. It is more than a bridge. It is my country's hope. Without looking up from his book, Kakashi scolds us. Quiet. We are supposed to be sneaking into hostile territory. Talk later. We made land after what felt like another 3 hours. I couldn't tell, the mist is blocking the sun out. We made good time, maybe we can even make it to Tazuna's house before sundown. Everyone down now. Team 7 drops. Tazuna freezes in fear. The world's biggest blade is flying straight at him. Tazuna, I yell while shooting out a chakra string and connecting it to his shoulder. I yank hard. There is no time for comfort to be taken into account. Please be in time. Please be in time. The monstrous blade sails over our heads, barely missing Tazuna and embeds itself into a tree. Is that a man standing on it? Holy shit it is. That is Zabuza Momochi. That is Zabuza Momochi. He has his sword holder across his chest and back, black and white camouflage arm warmers, generic black shinobi pants and no shirt. He's exactly how I pictured him in my mind. Oh, is that copycat Kakashi before me? No wonder the Demon Brothers failed. You have a kill on sight order back in Mist. You're in the bingo book, Kakashi of the Sharingan, the man who copied over 1,000 jutsu. Zabuza turns feral looking with bloodlust. Will I get to see the legendary eye in action? Team 7, protect Tazuna. This opponent is beyond you. Kakashi steps forward. Please, those Demon Brothers were easy. He can't be that much better. We are dead, so very dead. Why Sasuke? Why did you taunt the man wielding a big scary sword? Not better than those scum? Do you know who I am, kid? Zabuza Momochi. I state, missing nin of Kirigakure. He held the rank of Jonin before he defected, and he ran Kiri's assassination corps for the better part of a decade. You can't beat him, Sasuke. You do know me. Good. Fear. My limbs turn to lead. Run away. A cold hand grips my pounding heart. Flee for your life. I need to run. I am doomed to die. I am going to die. Run, 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 run. Sasuke. Alvarkas. Sakura. Calm down. Kakashi's voice yanks us out of that awful feeling. Was that killing intent? It was terrible. I didn't just get scared, I thought I was as good as dead. No, I knew I was as good as dead. I knew there was no hope to run away. But Kakashi saved us. I need you 3 to protect Tazuna. If I have to engage an opponent of Zabuza's skill I can't be distracted. I taught you three to work together. Use those lessons and we will get through this. Don't worry, I will protect you all with my life. What an inspiring speech. Zabuza kicks off the tree and lands on the lake. Too bad that doesn't change anything. Hiding in the mist jutsu. A thick fog, no mist, wafts through the air. Our visibility is shrinking at an alarming rate. Very soon our vision is limited to only a few meters. 8 points, Zabuza growls. His voice seems to come from everywhere. Larynx, spine, liver, lungs, jugular, subclavian artery, kidneys, heart. Now, which will be my kill point? I need to stay alert. Kakashi is here. I'll be fine. Just protect Tazuna. All I have to do is stand here. It's over. Zabuza appears in the middle of our group. With an insane gleam in his eye he swings Kabikira Bocho. Kakashi rockets forward, kunai in hand, and stabs Zabuza in the gut. Nice try, but not good enough. Another Zabuza appears behind Kakashi while the one he stabbed bursts into water. Die. Zabuza brings Kabikira Bocho down and cleaves Kakashi in half. Kakashi-sensei. Sakura yells out, believing our sensei dead. Sasuke only tenses, ready to go to battle at a moment's notice. I arm myself with a kunai. A new Kakashi pops up behind Zabuza and holds a kunai to his throat. Now it is over. Die. That happened way too fast. That only took a few seconds. Zabuza chuckles. You copied my water clone. Impressive, but you'll need to do better to trick me. A third Zabuza appears behind Kakashi while the Zabuza at kunai point turns to water. Zabuza swings at Kakashi who dodges it, but gets hit with Zabuza's follow-up kick. I can't believe he kicked Kakashi-sensei into the water. Sakura says with a waver in her voice. That's so far away. No, I know what is going to happen next. Please no. Kakashi breaks to surface of the water. Zabuza is standing over him with a crazy gleam in his eyes and his fingers on the final hand sign for a jutsu. I know what happens next. Water prison jutsu. Zabuza's voice confirms my fears. Shit, 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 shit. He got Kakashi. Everyone run. This battle ended the second he caught me. Go now. He can't follow you if he wants to keep me imprisoned. Kakashi's voice is distorted by the water. How did he speak while in a water prison? Questions for another time, preferably one where my life and my teammates' lives aren't in danger. That is not an option. We can't run. Once he kills you he will just come for us. You said it yourself. He is way out of our league. I hate myself so much for saying this. You are our only hope. We can't fight him. Just run. Go back to Konoha. Cover your tracks. Go. Kakashi. He's a tracker. He was the best that the Mist Assassination Corps had. Hell, he is probably better than their current leader. Saving you is our only chance. No, I won't allow it. My team will not die because of me. Never again. Ignoring Kakashi, I turn to Sasuke and Sakura. I have a plan. Will you two follow me? Yes. Sakura sounds unsure, like she is only agreeing because it is the only choice. It better work. Sasuke is calm, that's good. I can depend on him. Alright, Sakura, stay with Tazuna. Sasuke and I will destroy the water clone. Sasuke, can you support me with ninjutsu? Yes. What are you going to do? Something incredibly stupid. I am going to engage the clone in taijutsu. That will never work. He will kill you. Not if you kill him first. I'll try to get him vulnerable to an attack. You fireball him. That can work for the clone. What's your plan to get Kakashi-sensei out? One step at a time. We will deal with that later. He's not going anywhere. Done making your plan, kiddies? I hate to tell you, it's not going to work. Your sensei is already dead. You are just delaying the inevitable. Oh, shut up. I walk forward to the clone. By the way, you are totally compensating with that sword. Do you have self-esteem issues? I really need to stop resorting to dark humor when I am out of my comfort zone. I keep pissing off monsters. Die. With rage in his eyes, clone Zabuza swings Kabikira Bocho overhanded at me. I raise a kunai to deflect it. Our blades meet. His wins, the force of the blow rips my kunai out of my hands. Can't even hold onto your weapon, runt? The clone sidesteps a fireball from Sasuke. How pathetic. He swings at me horizontally. I drop while raising a new kunai to intercept his giant blade. My kunai goes flying to the other end of the clearing. Didn't learn? A puny kunai like that isn't going to stop my blade. You should just let me kill you. I promise to make it quick. Fat chance of that happening. I draw another kunai. I only have 3 to go. You promised to make it quick? I hope you didn't tell your girlfriend that. Clone Zabuza roars as he thrusts Kabikirabocho at my gut. I sidestep and lose another kunai. 2 left. Runt. I take it back. You are going to suffer. I'll skin you alive. Swinging his massive cleaver around, Clone Zabuza tries to slash me from hip to shoulder. I drop to the ground and a fireball flies over my head. Clone Zabuza barely dodges a face full of fire. You're a clever one. You made me angry on purpose. You wanted me to focus on you so your pyromaniac teammate could get a lucky shot in. Nice try, but now I know your game. It won't work again. You missed your chance. Now what? Give me the bridge builder and you can go free. I don't care about some lousy leaf genin. Sasuke grunts. If anyone on our team is a pyromaniac, you're trying to cut him in half. That guy does not shut up about his fire whips. They would be so cool. Kakashi, if we get out of this you have to teach me. Oh shit. Clone Zabuza throws his own kunai at me. I send it straight back to him with extra speed. He lazily steps to the side. Huh, that was interesting. Was that the magnet release? I didn't know you had a bloodline. Shame, you could have been great. Wait, what? I don't have the magnet release. Why would he assume that? All I did was throw his kunai back at him. Without touching it. Ah, yeah, that probably looked like the magnet release. I'll still be great. You haven't even hit me yet. Let's change that. Clone Zabuza thrusts his sword at me. Even if you have the magnet release, you won't be a problem. You can't use it on Kabikirabocho. I raise a kunai to defend myself from his weapon. My kunai sails out of my hand. 1 more left. I draw the final kunai. You have to be getting low on kunai. You're not quick enough to dodge me. How are you going to defend yourself when you run out? Clone Zabuza dodges the biggest fireball yet, but it singes me. Damn it, Sasuke. You're supposed to hit him, not me. Move next time. Arg. I throw the final kunai at Clone Zabuza. He lazily moves his head out of the way. Perfect. All kunai set. I draw another kunai in each hand. Sasuke. Non-stop combat from here on out. I'm engaging until the clone dies. If you have a shot, take it. I don't care if I get burned a little. Sasuke smirks. I understand. Good plan. When are you? As soon as the clone dies. Preferably as soon as the clone dies violently. This guy is pissing me off. Oh, what's this? You've been holding back on me? Cheeky runts. That pisses me off. Clone Zabuza swings his massive sword at my neck. I duck down, dodging completely for the first time since our fight started. So you were holding back. You couldn't dodge before. Wonderful. Maybe you are worth playing with. What follows next is a flurry of blows. I dodged the sword. He dodged my kunai stabs as Sasuke peppered us bother with fireballs. This isn't working. I need to do something different. This is either going to work, or it is going to kill me. On Clone Zabuza's next swing I do something crazy. Something monumentally stupid. I raise my arm and extend chakra strings to Kabikirabocho in an attempt to stop it. I don't limit myself to making strings from just my fingers. I use my arms, my legs, my chest, my everything. Chakra strings doesn't give justice to the sheer magnitude of strings I used on the crazy sword. Hundreds. Thousands. I made an uncountable number of strings. I had to give Sasori props. Not only could he make a shit ton of strings, but he was so good at micromanaging that he could use them to control 100 puppets. I could barely attach them all to one object less than a meter away from me. My gamble worked. Huh? Why can't I move Kabikirabocho? Magnet release doesn't work on it. What are you? Whoosh. Splash. Sasuke's fireball finally connected with the clone. Showtime. Twang 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 twang. The 5 kunai that Clone Zabuza knocked out of my hand fly towards the real Zabuza from different angles. TCH. Pesky runts. Zabuza disengages the water prison in favor of not being impaled. Kakashi bursts forth with a vengeance. He's beyond furious. Kakashi destroys Zabuza. It isn't even close. Kakashi has Zabuza cornered, all but dead. Our sensei is taunting him, holding his victory over Zabuza. Kakashi wants Zabuza to be utterly broken when he finally ends his life. Shink. Zabuza falls over dead from 3 senbon to the back of his neck. I forgot about Haku. Thank you for providing an opening on my target, Shinobi-san. Without you two fighting, I never would have had a chance of killing him. The masked Kunoichi says. White mask. Fancy yukata. Long black hair. Yep, this is Haku. I will take the body to dispose of now. You all have my thanks. Slinging the dead Zabuza over her shoulder, Haku shunshuns away. Kakashi-sensei? Yes, Alvarkus? Did some random hunter nin just steal our kill? I believe so. Okay, so just to make sure I am not hallucinating, that was a kid. She didn't look any older than us. One of the hard lessons of the world. There are shinobi younger than you who are stronger than me. Remember that, and never underestimate someone. How true is that? Haku could kick my ass. Oh hell, I had to fight her in a week. That was what let you win against Zabuza's clone. He underestimated your imagination and creativity. Hey, Alvarkus? Oh good, Sakura is still alive. I wondered where she went. I couldn't really keep an eye on her during my fight. How did you set your kunai traps up? Don't you have to touch the anchor points? I did something new. How my kunai traps work is that I attached, or primed, a string to the kunai, then I have to touch the anchor to set the strings. Prime, then anchor. That is how it works. You primed your strings to the anchor points first, didn't you? Then you anchored the strings to the kunai in your hand. Damn it, Sasuke. Let me explain my technique. Well yeah, I don't know why I never thought of it before. It works the same either way. I make the strings elastic so that they pull the objects together. The heavier object doesn't move, and the lighter one gets launched. You made a taijutsu style that incorporates losing your weapons? That has to be the single most stupid thing I have ever heard. Who willingly gives up their weapons during a fight? Way to make me feel good, Kakashi. But that is just it. I didn't lose my weapons. Not once. Technically, at one point I was using 7 kunai at once. My 5 trap kunai, and the 2 I was holding. I suppose you might be right. But you could run out of kunai in your pouch. Quit trying to poke holes in this, Kakashi. Hello? Do you know me? Do you really think I didn't have chakra strings attached to those kunai to bring them back to me? Hell, that is the first thing I do whenever I draw one. My kunai are retractable. Okay, you've obviously thought this out more than I expected. You and your chakra strings. Thanks, Kakashi-sensei. I'm not that stupid. Glad to hear it. Now, the mission isn't over yet. We still need to get the bridge builder to his bridge. Everyone looks to Tazuna. Hee, sorry about all this. You can rest at my place when we get there. Good, let's go. With that, Kakashi starts to walk away. He freezes, his whole body tenses up, and he falls flat on his face. Kakashi-sensei. We all rush over to him. Sakura starts to look over him for anything wrong. Pulse, check. Breathing, check. No life-threatening wounds. What could be wrong with him? Chakra exhaustion is my guess. Using the Sharingan can't be that easy, and he was throwing some high-level jutsu around. Do you have any way to check his chakra levels, Sakura? I know the theory, but I've never done it before. I could mess up and hurt him. Sakura, breath. You can do it. You are the smartest Kunoichi in our class after all. Besides, I'd rather know if it was chakra exhaustion or internal bleeding that caused this. I don't know about you, but I have no idea how to identify internal bleeding. Okay, I can try. Sakura places her hand over Kakashi's heart, and she scrunches her face up in concentration. It feels like he has almost no chakra. I think I'm getting the reactions that the books say I would get, but I can't know for sure. Good enough. I trust you. Now the real question. Who's going to carry him? I vote Sasuke. Not happening. Make Tazuna do it. He did nothing the entire fight. I'm the client. You don't make clients do stuff like that. Well, I pause, not sure if I want to offer to do extra work. I have always wanted to try puppetry, but I've never had a puppet to practice with before. You can't make Kakashi-sensei your puppet. That is wrong. Fine, you carry him then, Sakura. If he gets mad at us, I am blaming you. Noted. Now let's see how to do this. After 5 minutes of trial and error, I figure out how to move Kakashi around like a rag doll. It is not pretty, but it'll do. With that figured out, we head to Tazuna's house. Nighttime, at Tazuna's house. This is your house? Sasuke questions Tazuna. I can't blame him. Tazuna looks like a street bum. His house, on the other hand, looks very well kept and surprisingly large. Are you sure? Yes, brat, I am sure. Now let's get inside. Tazuna unlocks the door and we enter the house. Tsunami and Inari are probably asleep. I'll show you to the guest bedrooms. Boys in one, girls in the other. He's going to enforce that rule? Fine, it's his house. I'll be okay with Sasuke and Kakashi, but Sakura all alone? That might be bad. Alright kid, put your sense in this room. Then you and Pinky can use the one across the hallway. Sorry what, Tazuna? What brat? You got a problem with that? You want your own room? Too damn bad. You have to share. No, that's fine. It's just, you know I am a boy, right? Tazuna freezes. Slowly he looks me up and down. I'll be damned. This whole time I thought, never mind. Must not maim the client. Must not maim the client. Must not maim the client. Snicker. Giggle. Not a word. Sakura and Sasuke look at each other, then burst out laughing. He does have a rather slender build. Most commonly seen among Kunoichi. Oh my Kami, I can totally see it. He would be the prettiest girl ever. Just need to style his hair better, find some nice clothes, and he could give me a run for my money. I will kill you. They will never find the bodies. No one will know. Oh, shut up brats and go to sleep. Tazuna orders. I'll introduce you to my family tomorrow. We all go into our rooms and hit the hay. Stupid Tazuna. The next morning. Hey Sasuke, is Kakashi still out of it? Yes, he hasn't even moved. What to? I look at Kakashi, his eyes are closed. This could be our best chance to see what's under his mask. So yes? I'm going to take that as a yes. Slowly, I reach towards Kakashi's face. This is the moment. The one that every Naruto fan dreams of, the Holy Grail. The first thing I notice is that my face is in the floor. That's not supposed to happen. I wouldn't try that again. Never wake a sleeping nin by reaching towards their face if you value your life. Ah shit, Kakashi is awake. You are lucky I recognized you. I didn't stab you too deeply. What? Now that I think about it, it does feel like the back of my neck is being pinched. Did he almost kill me? For waking him up? Why yes, Kakashi-sensei. I will never do that again. A droplet of blood rolls out of the wound. I wipe it off my neck. Good. Withdrawing his kunai and sitting down on the bedroll, Kakashi asks, so, where are we? Last thing I remember is Zabuza being carried away by that hunter nin. And why do I feel like I fell on my face 5 times? I freeze. Sasuke glances between me and Kakashi. I have no idea. You passed out after the hunter nin took Zabuza and we got you to Tazuna's house. You've been out all night. Sakura said you have chakra exhaustion. Probably from that eye of yours. Sakura walks into the room. Kakashi-sensei, you're awake. How do you feel? Like someone dropped me on my face 5 times. Sakura glances at me nervously. I vigorously shake my head no, pleading with her. Well, maybe it is a side effect of chakra exhaustion? I don't know what it feels like. Thank you Sakura, I owe you one. Anyways, you all have to meet Tsunami. I helped her make breakfast for us all. With the promise of food, we make our way to the kitchen. Next to the sink there is a pretty lady with black hair and eyes and a nice smile. So you are the shinobi who protected my Tusan? Thank you. I'm Tsunami. Kakashi. Sasuke. I'm Alvarkus, and what these morons meant to say is it is nice to meet you. Tsunami laughs. Enough pleasantries. We can talk more after we eat. Tsunami is an amazing cook. Her food is delicious. It was such a nice breakfast, even when Tazuna wandered in. Then Kakashi had to ruin it all. Everyone, I have bad news. It is very likely that Zabuza is still alive. A couple things bothered me about his death. Dead silence follows. No one dares to breath. The hunter nin. Startled, Kakashi looks at me. He gestures for me to continue. Hunter nin are supposed to destroy the body on sight and bring back something to prove their kill. Usually a head. You could argue in this case that bringing back one of the 7 legendary swords of Kiri would be good enough proof that Zabuza died since he wouldn't part with it willingly. That was a legendary sword? Sakura asks. Yeah, you had to train for years to use it properly. Back to Zabuza. The hunter nin used senbon to kill him. Why senbon? Senbon are small and tricky to aim with. A hunter wouldn't use senbon when a kunai would get the job done. It just doesn't make sense. But we saw Zabuza go down. Sakura exclaims. Kakashi-sensei even said there was no pulse. That's the thing about senbon, a skilled user can cause effects like that. Senbon are just glorified needles. If placed in the right spot, senbon can cause someone to appear dead, and the neck is a prime spot for that. Where was Zabuza hit? His neck. I'd bet that Zabuza is still alive and that hunter nin is on his side. That was exactly what I was going to say. I'm impressed. Very observant Alvarkus. Thanks. I totally cheated. I knew what happened already thanks to my foreknowledge. Just like he said, Zabuza is still alive. So we need to get you genin up to a certain standard. You all need better chakra control. Thankfully I know the perfect training exercise for this. You're going to climb trees. What? Sasuke grunts out. Everyone outside. Kakashi hobbles out the door on his crutches. How does that even work? Chakra exhaustion makes you need crutches? I'll have to ask a medic nin later if that is a thing or if Kakashi is playing a joke on us. Grumbling, as Genin follow Kakashi outside. Now, to do this exercise you can't use your hands. But Kakashi-sensei, that's impossible. Just watch. Without a care in the world, Kakashi walks straight at a tree. Then up the tree. Then he walks upside down on a branch. Show off. That is how you are going to climb the tree. How do we do that? Sasuke demands. He looks very eager. I can't blame him, we finally get to learn how to wall walk. Simple, channel just the right amount of chakra to your feet, and you will stick to the tree. Too much and you will push off, too little and you won't stick. Kakashi throws 3 kunai into the tops of 3 trees. There, once you all can get a kunai your training is over. Good luck. Kakashi hobbles back into the house, leaving us on our own. While no time like the present. Walking up to the tree I plant a foot on it. I channel some chakra and give my foot an experimental tug. It stays. I put the next one on the tree. No problem there. Huh, maybe this isn't that difficult? I muttered to myself. In the anime it took Naruto and Sasuke a week to get this down. Well, Sakura got it really easily. Maybe I have smaller chakra reserves like she does? Ah, that would suck. That would mean I can't throw around ninjutsu like it's going out of style. Would you look at that? A kunai. I pull the kunai out. This is actually a disappointment. Kakashi-sensei finally decides to teach us something on his own and I get it on my first try. With a heavy sigh, I walk down the tree. Looking at Sakura I see her smiling and twirling her kunai around her fighter. That was super easy. Kakashi-sensei made it sound like this was supposed to be a challenge. I need to stop this. If Sakura continues talking about how easy this is it could hurt our relationship with Sasuke. Well, you know about the inverse theory of chakra control versus chakra capacity, right? That the more chakra you have the less control you have? What about it? The reason we picked this up so quickly is because we have small reserves, so our control is better. But we will never be able to throw around ninjutsu without a care, because we don't have as much chakra. Sakura pauses, considering what I said. If you think about it, we will never be ninjutsu-type shinobi. Statistically, Kunoichi have smaller reserves than their shinobi counterparts. You probably have average reserves for a Kunoichi your age. But me? I have to be on the small side. There is no way that I could have average reserves and pick up tree walking that quickly. It's a shame, I really wanted to throw fireballs around like Sasuke did against clone Zabuza, but I will probably never have that much chakra. Yeah, that is a good point. Sasuke-kun must have really big chakra reserves to be able to use that many fireballs like he did. Perfect. That was the best thing she could have said for Sasuke's ego. I know, right? That was awesome. He saved my life a few times with those. But that means he is going to have a terrible time learning tree walking. Throughout Sakura and my conversation I was discreetly watching Sasuke. At first he was angry at himself for blowing up the tree. Once he noticed both Sakura and me with our kunai in hand already he got even more angry at himself for failing where we succeeded. It went downhill from there, with Sakura talking about how easy it was. Instead of being angry at himself, he was angry at us. As the conversation progressed, he realized that it wasn't a bad thing. In fact, he looked rather smug at the end of our conversation. He must have been happy knowing he can use way more ninjutsu than Sakura and I combined. I'm glad he realized that, because an angry Uchiha is an annoying Uchiha. Hey Sasuke, how goes the tree walking? Careful Alvarkus, this could blow up in your face very easily. I am having difficulty. What just happened? He admitted he was struggling. That's okay though, I heard your conversation with Sakura. Want to know the difference between me and you? Well, that sounds extremely arrogant. Sure, self-reflection is a good way to find your weak areas and improve them. You were right about our reserves. I can throw ninjutsu around a lot. You can't. That's just how it is. You picked up tree walking quickly, and I didn't. The difference is that I can learn tree walking, and you can't learn to throw ninjutsu around like me. Your chakra supply just can't handle it. I knew I was going to be insulted. Wipe that smug grin off your face. I can kick your ass any day of the week. HN. We both know that is a lie. I have the upper hand when we spar. Yeah, well, you smell funny. Childish, I know. I'm going to get Kakashi-sensei to teach me how to make fire chakra, then we will see who wins the next spar. Sasuke gulps and turns very pale. That's right. Picture it. Picture your burning defeat. With those parting words, I scamper inside Tazuna's house. Kakashi-sensei, I got the kunai already. Did you cheat and use a chakra string to pull it down? Kakashi accuses me. What? No, I don't cheat during training. That would be counterproductive. Prove it. Walk up the wall. Sigh. Fine. I walk up the wall and onto the ceiling. That good enough proof? Yes. Well done. You're done training for the week. Enjoy the break. No, you said you would teach me how to make fire chakra a month ago. Now is the perfect time. You can't run away and I need to improve. It's perfect. I have him cornered. Okay, fine. Just don't go burning down any forests. I promise nothing. Kakashi glares at me. That is a serious scary glare for only having one eye visible. Okay, I promise to at least not attempt to burn down a forest. If it is a byproduct of a battle, so be it. That is the best I am getting from you, isn't it? Yep. Now, fire chakra time. How do I do it? Form a tiger hand sign. The tiger hand sign requires the thumb, index, and middle fingers to point up while the ring and pinky fingers interlock. Correct. Kakashi snags a leaf out of the air and sticks it between my two index fingers. Channel chakra into the leaf. The leaf bursts into flames. Yes, got it in one. What's next? That was so easy. He should have had me do this a month ago. The next step is to steadily burn the leaf for 5 minutes straight. This task requires you to mold the correct amount of fire chakra to keep the leaf burning but not burn it to a crisp. Come find me again when you have that complete. Burning leaves slowly. That is how I am going to learn a fire elemental chakra change. Then I better burn some leaves. I'll have this down in no time. It took 2 days. 2 long boring days. The good news? Sasuke still hasn't completed the tree walking exercise. The bad news? I now smell like ash wherever I go. What is nice about the leaf burning exercise is I can wander around and practice at the same time. This is great, because it gives me a chance to explore the village and forest, and I can do it during Tazuna watch duty. All in all, it was a nice training exercise. Now that I have 1 leaf down, I'm jumping into 2 leaves at once. 1 per hand. I'm not naive enough to think I am ready to start on my fire whips. I won't be for a while. The best I can hope for is that I can get those down before Zabuza returns. They could be seriously beneficial against Haku's ice release. That is how I came to be in a field, by wandering around while trying to burn leaves. It is also how I found Haku. That's right, I found Haku collecting herbs by pure chance. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you. I'll go find another clearing. Please let me leave. Please let me leave. I didn't hurt Zabuza. Kakashi did that by himself. You have no reason to attack me. It's okay, I don't mind sharing. Company is always welcome. Where are my manners? My name is Haku. I know. My name is Alvarkas. Pleasure to meet you. It is a pleasure to meet you as well. What brings you to the forest? Usually I am the only one out here. How much can I tell Haku? In the anime, Naruto and Haku leave on good terms. Friends even. I don't have that charisma. Naruto is ridiculously likable and I'm, well, me. Naruto and I are nothing alike. I like to wander around every once in a while. Get a change of scenery. It just helps that I can train and walk at the same time. She already knows who I am, so there is no point in hiding being a shinobi. As long as I don't give any specifics, I can walk away. You like to wander around? I am sure that drives your sensei crazy. There are a lot of mercenaries around these days. Please, I can handle mercenaries by the dozens. It's the shinobi I need to worry about. Haku pauses in her herb collecting. Shinobi? I bend over next to Haku and I start helping her collect herbs. Yeah, Gato has hired some missing nin to work for him. They're pretty scary. It sounds like you faced them before. Did you kill them? Sneaky Haku, trying to find out if we know Zabuza is alive. We killed some of them. One of them was my first kill. That was not a good day. I shudder at the memory. The others got away, fled to regroup and get medical care. I am sorry that they got away. No, you're not. If you were, you wouldn't be collecting herbs to heal Zabuza. Haku and I keep on picking herbs, neither of us pausing. Who's Zabuza? You don't need to lie to me, Hunter-san. I know. This is monumentally stupid. I'm going to try and convince Haku to not fight. So you do know. Yet here you are, gathering herbs with an enemy, to heal another enemy. Why? Simple really. You're not my enemy. Haku stops picking herbs to look at me. I continue without her. Gato is the enemy here, not you or Zabuza. You are just a tool, an instrument of his choice. You don't want to kill me because you want me dead, it is a job. Just like how it is my job to protect Tazuna. I don't want to kill you. I don't want to kill Zabuza, even if he did nearly kill my whole team. I just want to complete my mission and go home to my family. You have precious people? Haku starts picking herbs with me again. I do. Ka-san, Tu-san, my team, my soon-to-be-born sibling. That is just a few. You understand then, that you will do whatever it takes to protect your precious people? Yes, I do. It is the whole reason I became a shinobi. There are no shinobi in my family. I am the first. My parents are very unsupportive of my choice. They want me to continue the family business, baking. I couldn't. Not when I live in this world. There are monsters out there, Haku. Really scary monsters that make Kakashi and Zabuza look like baby kittens. I want to protect my family from them. I can't do that if I am a baker. So I enrolled into the academy, and broke my parents' hearts. I did it for them, to protect them. Haku stares at me, contemplating. I will do whatever is necessary to protect Zabuza-sama. Even if it means killing you. I look up from picking herbs to make eye contact with Haku. I know, and I don't hold it against you. I will do the same. Haku gets up, collecting her basket of herbs for Zabuza. Hey Haku? Yes, Alvarez-san? Have you ever thought that Gato is going to turn on you and Zabuza? It was nice meeting you. You as well. Farewell, and may we never meet again. Haku says as she walks away. If only that were an option. We will see each other on the bridge in 5 days. On that day, only one of us will walk away. I think I failed. Dinner time, Tazuna's house. Dinner is a quiet affair. Sasuke is brooding over not being able to tree climb. Kakashi is content with the silence. Tazuna and Tsunami are still nervous around us shinobi, so they are quiet. Sakura just looks constipated. She keeps scrunching her face up, like she wants to say something but thinks better of it. I am just enjoying the peace and quiet. It is nice after such a trying day. Anyone do anything interesting today? Sakura couldn't stand the silence anymore. I met a girl in the forest today. Can you pass the rice, Sakura? I hold my hand out. Sakura doesn't hand me the rice. She is just looking at me with a weird expression. What? Is there something on my face? Kakashi give me his best eye smile and a thumbs up. Good job. Out on a life-threatening mission and you still have time for love. You really are my favorite. Love? What? I had no idea you were a scoundrel, Alvarez. What else are you hiding from us? Oh, shut up, Sasuke. In a few years you'll appreciate the female form too. Why am I going along with this? Oh, right, because it is better than saying, I met our mysterious hunter Nin and we became sort of friends after subtlety threatening to kill each other. That's why. But isn't. I thought that. Tsunami leans in towards Sakura and whispers something in her ear. Sakura turns tomato red and exclaims, Alvarez is a boy. What? Why did you have to shout that, Sakura? Tsunami flushes red in embarrassment. Oh Kami, Tsunami, did you think I was a girl? Maybe? Tsunami squeaked out. You just have such pretty black hair. You don't see many guys take such good care of their hair. I just assumed it was shorter because of the shinobi thing. I promise you, Tsunami, I am definitely a boy. That makes 2 people who thought I am a girl. I'll have to shave my head if this continues. Ha ha, this is comedic gold right here. Tazuna is slapping the table as he laughs. Oh, shut up. You made the same mistake. I remind him. The front door opens. Oh, Inari. Come meet the shinobi who are protecting your Oji-san. Inari barely spares us a glance. Why? They're just going to die. Inari. Apologize. Tsunami is appalled that her son would be so rude. It's true though. No one can beat Gato. Just go away. Inari storms upstairs to his room, leaving the rest of us in an awkward silence. I'm sorry about my son, he doesn't mean it. That's okay. It won't be the last time we have to deal with a disgruntled civilian. Smooth Kakashi, way to ease the tension. I think I am going to call it an early night. I've had enough people time for today. Kakashi giggles. Did you use too much energy with your forest girl today? Yeah, sure, whatever. I just want to sleep. The next 2 days pass quickly. I settle into a routine. Get up, breakfast, burn a ridiculous amount of leaves. Get some lunch, burn some more leaves, eat dinner. Mess around with my chakra strings so I don't get rusty, then sleep. Rinse and repeat. When the bridge attack was only 2 days away, I finally had Kakashi's permission to try out my fire whips. Alvarkus, let's get one thing straight right now. If I say stop, you stop. You don't ask why, you don't hesitate. You stop immediately. You are literally playing with fire. You can seriously hurt yourself if you are not careful, and on top of that you are attempting something I have never seen done before. Are we clear? Crystal, can I try now? I've waited so long for this moment. Yes. Start small, half a meter string. Okay, here we go. I form the chakra string, easy enough. Now, the difficult part. I feel within myself, feeling my own chakra. It's like a fire, always burning, always warm. I don't need warm, I need scorching. I up the intensity of the heat. I feel the furnace that is my chakra ignite. Searing heat runs to my finger. One spark emits from the tip of my finger. Phew. The string ignites. I'm holding a half-meter long fire whip off my index finger. This is bloody brilliant. Kakashi-sensei, can I make it longer now? Kakashi nods his approval. I extend the string. No whip, outwards. 1 meter, 2 meters, 5 meters. At 7 meters the fire starts to flicker. Alvarkus, enough. I cut the chakra flow. That was so cool. Gasp, that, gasp, was, gasp, so, gasp, cool. Man, I am really out of breath. I feel like I ran a marathon. Can I, gasp, do it again now? No, but, gasp, why not? I just need to catch my breath, then I'll be good to go again. Why is it so hard to breath? Alvarkus, you used a huge chunk of chakra to make that fire whip. You're exhausted. Go inside and lay down. You are not to practice this move without me present. Do nothing strenuous the rest of the day unless you want me to drop you on your face 5 times like you did to me when I had chakra exhaustion. Ah crap, you figured that, gasp, out. You're not mad, are you? Using your chakra strings to make me walk myself to Tazuna's house instead of carrying me was a rather ingenious idea. Especially since I am so much bigger than all of you genin. I knew it would be okay. Kakashi grabs my shoulder and squeezes. Hard. If you ever do it again without my permission you will experience 1,000 years of death again. Are we clear? Covering my backside protectively, yes. Yes we are. Puppet Kakashi-sensei is a bad idea, unless permission is given. Even then be very wary, my virtue is at stake. Good. Now go rest. That's all for now. If you enjoy then please like, share and do comments.